Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We got late vibes with the man them. We're here, late transfer show. And we got a lot to discuss, man. Patrick Dorgu got to here we go. We got some news about Mathys Tel and Nkunku. And Rashford saga continues, no ending. But we're going to discuss that as well. But yeah, man, hit the like button. We got over 400 already in the building. Let's get them likes up ASAP from the off. You might see a pinned comment in the chat. That is my Saeed TV Clips channel. Please, everyone, go there and subscribe. Try to get to 5K on that one. So big up to everyone who's here. And yeah, man, start with Staffy in here. You know what I'm saying? Shout Staffy. Shout me if you're about, my bro. Love every time, man. But yeah, what we saying, man, then, man?
What's that in here?
My like Estrella is chilling, bro. What you on today, Estrella? 50 Cent. Is that what you said?
Many men wish death upon me.
Man, give it
dying.
Big up the chat, man. Get the likes up. That's what I got to say, man.
Tell us
Big
what's
up the
going
chat.
on.
That's what I got to say, man. Get the likes up.
Come on. Big up to you. Andrew, man. And we're going to have a controversial show today again. You know what I mean? Are you still on Amorim's neck? Pause, but yeah, you on it? What are you saying?
Hey, yo.
No,
Yeah.
I love last week's show. I ended up being proven right again, so I don't mind. I don't mind.
I could agree to disagree. I don't see where he was. We'll talk about that later.
Even
I could agree to disagree.
Amran, yeah, we don't need to get into it now, but even Amran,
He's gonna come out and say that. He's gonna come out and say that. Obviously, he's gonna come out and say, "Yeah, I fumbled the bag. I was a little emotional." What are you gonna expect him to say?
True.
I've got more criticisms for Amran, but yeah, not about Rashford. I agree with him on Rashford, but
We're discussing, man. But listen, big up to Omar Olski, big up to my guy Brian. But yeah, man, Olski, Patrick Dorgu, start with you. 24 million. A lot of people were like, yo, man, it's too much money. But you know what, man? Fair play, Ineos, they got a good deal there, bro. I can't lie, Omar.
I mean, from 24 million, I'm gonna talk about. Let's talk about it in pounds, right? Because in pounds it sounds better than when you listen to it in dollars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in pounds it sounds like we got a steal. Oh, it's only 24 mil. It's only 24 mil. But honestly, it does for a top prospect. I think they handle business well because we got rejected originally for the 30 mil, right?
Yeah.
Got rejected. So they really did accept the 30 mil with add-ons that supposedly are going to be very hard to achieve.
Yep. Facts.
Unless I put the facts wrong.
what are the add-ons? Do we know what the add-ons are?
5 million.
No, but like, what are the? How did you hit them?
I don't know. He just says here fee will be 30
all
million.
it says is an add-ons not guaranteed. So like
Not
I'm
guaranteed,
guessing is if he was the Ballon d'Or, like you know what I'm saying, like something like that. Like I think that's one of the add-ons. Like
facts, bro.
Yeah,
like, you gotta remember the amount of left backs we've been fleeced. It's only really Malacia. You know, the Luke Shaw one was a lot of money.
Malacia wasn't a bad left back, honestly.
Malacia it's just obviously
in terms of no. Let me rephrase that before people come and try to kill me. In terms of what we paid, it was 13 mil. So what did we really lose? Yeah, of course, still 13 mil, but it wasn't something that we were banking on. Like when we talk L's, let's talk Anthony. That's an L in my world. That's 100 million for him to get loaned out to Betis. What? You know what I'm saying? So
Wan-Bissaka was 50 million pounds, man.
50 million, 55. Bro. It's crazy, bro. So when you got to play like this, I don't know if you guys.
But I feel like he's also very different. He's also very different than Luke Shaw and Malacia.
He's not a left. He's not a left back. He's not a left back.
He's a left wing back.
He's like a left winger.
Saeed, he's not even a left winger. Naturally, in the youth academy, he was a right winger. If you go watch him back in the day,
he started off there, but his best position is left wing back, more attacking rather than defending in the 4. You know what I'm trying to say?
And again, you're not trying to downplay. You're trying to downplay this is a good deal. I think we got Ginnels. I still think we got. You can say it's a good price. I still think we got bumped by 10 mil. We got bumped by 10 mil.
So how much you would buy? You think he's the same? You think he's the same price as Malacia?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Deep it. When we bought Malacia, he was a starting left back. He was established at Feyenoord, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Feyenoord, yeah.
this guy's had a breakout season the previous season, and obviously this is only season he's had his actually first team chances. Yeah, his team are in a relegation battle. Yeah,
doesn't really matter. But go ahead.
Yeah, and obviously we've just given them. I think this is the highest fee they've ever got for a player before.
Yeah, again, doesn't matter. But go ahead.
No, like he's unproven, and you've already had a certain amount of games as a first team player. You haven't even established yourself yet, and we spent 24 mil. My thing is this: we've got him now, so I don't really care. But in the summer now, when it comes to buying other players, and let's say they want 45 mil, we're only offering 34 because we don't have no dough. That extra 10 mil we just spent on my man. That's what I'm going to say, innit?
The point is though, you got to remember, 24 million. It's low risk, high reward kind of situation for me. Also, look at the wages, man. It's on 30 grand a week. You know, look at wages, 30 grand a week. You know, it's a signing that if it was to go wrong, you can flip that and get.
How much was Destiny Udogie?
It's about 19 million.
Was it? Let me see. Destiny.
Yeah, 19 million euros or something.
I don't see. I probably believe that. I don't see Tottenham spending another 20 mil. I can't lie to you on the left back.
And did anyone watch it?
I never watched it. I can't lie. I
think maybe around 15 he cost, right?
1 second, I'm just checking now.
It was much less than thing.
They bought it, 15 million, initial 15 million. 15, yeah, you're right.
We paid. That's why I said 15. So we paid for
that's Tottenham though.
No, but let's compare them though. Let's compare profiles. Compare profiles, because nobody knew who Destiny was before he came to the club.
No,
we could all sit here and be honest. We got and all of a sudden when he joined, everybody was picking him up like, "Oh my God, Tottenham got the steal of the century. Tottenham got the steal of the century." So it's one of those situations. It's one of the. If we look at Destiny, because I rate Destiny a lot, and this is the reason why I brought this whole narrative up. Because if we look at Destiny and compare Destiny to Dorgu, I think Dorgu has a higher ceiling. And it's me not being biased. It's not me being biased. Wallahi, it's not me being biased. Because I like Destiny. So that I cannot sit here and be like, oh, you know what? Because he signed to United, I'm going to say no. You know, to be fair, he's an overall athlete in terms of how he is as a player. But and watching the speed and how one thing I got to give Dorgu is the ball control too, with such pace and power.
The one.
So we got to.
I told you Saeed. I told you he had feet. I told you he's got feet.
Hey,
he's got feet.
Talk about that more. What do you mean? What do you mean? Talk about that more.
In terms of ball retention. For someone with such physicality and pace, he definitely he's another ball carrier. So not from what I'm thinking. Obviously, I'm not Amorim. I'm not gonna sit here like I drink tea with my brother at a coffee shop.
You got a jacket on. You part of the coaching stuff right now.
I'm just missing the vest. I'm just missing the vest that we in there. But more of the story is more so. I'm from what I'm seeing, like when he's as a ball carrier, he wants to add another ball carrier onto the team, because you could tell his style of play. He's playing with a ball carrier and then someone who could hold the ball retention in the back and just protect that back three. So now, okay, let me put another left wing back in there who could kind of play like Ahmad. Because if you see Ahmad kind of has the similar in terms of similarities. The only thing is I might have to agree that Dorgu just looks way more physical. But that's also me watching what I saw in the little time when we got connected with him. So it's now seeing that, okay, his time with Lecce. So I'm looking at Lecce, okay, he's a much physical, more Ahmad, but again, very similar. You're copy and pasting what's on the other side. And we've seen how successful Ahmad is in the system on the other side. So it's like one of those. We can't when Destiny, I don't think Destiny is far from his type of style too. Because Destiny's very good going forward. Destiny's very good on the ball. Destiny definitely has in terms of intense, he's very intense as a player. So personally, I think that's one of those in those situations where you got to take the risk, high reward. Yeah, you're dishing bread, but compared to what we have, compared to what we have, he's not that. He's somewhat feeling. He's way more advanced.
Sorry to cut you off, but I'm not allowing this comment to run. don't try and say because we've done this one signing, we're learning from the old regiment.
No, but it's true though. It's true.
No. These men have been at United for over a year. Under their watch here, we've signed certain players I don't want to name, but they shouldn't be here. So don't want to hear nothing about your trade.
Like you.
The only reason why we're making this signing, is because we don't have no bread. That's the honest reason. Originally,
it's a scout signing.
No, the player that we wanted was Nuno Mendes. No one can tell me otherwise. This is Plan B.
God, man.
This is Plan
I know
B.
what channel you've been watching, man.
Can I just respond
I
to
know
that?
what channel you've been watching.
Okay.
Let me respond to that, Saeed.
No.
You've been watching some channels, man.
So just quickly, the Nuno
never mentioned this.
Stella. Let me just respond to that quickly. So the Nuno Mendes.
He back. He back with a new jersey on the wall. He back with a new jersey on the wall.
Yes, sir.
The Nuno Mendes links came because he's got 18 months to run his contract. United's strategy, it's been clearly outlined. United's strategy is to target players with less than 18 months. Start to talk to them when they have about 12 months left on the contract, so we can get them on a cheap deal. That's a known part of our strategy, our transfer strategy. In terms of some of the iffy signings we've made over the last 12 months, if you have a look, one of the reasons they let go of people within the club is because they didn't like the strategy, and Jason Wilcox has got more power now. You know what I mean? Didn't we just fire our sporting director? We fired our sporting director because they weren't happy with our strategy. So, and the thing is, what's happened is Jason Wilcox came to do like an important role, minor role. But what's happened over the last 12 months is they've been impressed with him. So he's got a lot more power now. He runs a lot of the show at United now. And if you look at all the 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds we're signing, we just signed that Heaven guy from Arsenal. We've signed
Ayden Heaven.
Cheeto Obi Martin.
Ayden Heaven.
2 or 3 players. We've signed 2 or 3 players from
Crystal Palace
overseas. So the strategy's clearly shifted that they want to sign young players on the cheap.
I can't lie. What you're saying makes sense. But again, signing youth players, this strategy you want to go to, and I want Brian to speak because he's the voice of reason. This is not me glazing. I just want to hear what he wants to say on this subject. But my thing is this. You're talking about youth players or changing the strategy.
The voice of reason.
The first team are in there is dark. It's just dark in the first team. This is why I hate United people, is because it's like, the moment we make one decent signing here, you want to move like roll down when they're moving to girls.
You hate us.
No, I don't hate you, but I don't like this when we do one decent thing, all of a sudden we forget everything else. The first team is whack. You man are moving like Jimmy Savile, signing youngers, expect them to come into the first team. All the man you just named, they're not good enough and they're not ready for the first team. So it's all well and good saying, they're changing their strategy, they're doing this, they're doing that. The first team is whack. We're 12th place in the league.
You can't change it all in one window right now. They've been
in for over a year. Saeed, they've been in for over a year. You're saying one window. They've been in for over a year. What are we doing?
Listen, yeah.
How many windows have they had?
No, but the thing is this not their first window, no?
Wait, hold up. What's my
the second window?
Crazy. Hold on.
Oh, sorry, is it the second? I thought they come in the summer, no? Summer, January. Now this is their second window. Cool, second window. Cool. My apologies, second window.
Bro,
honestly,
Side,
you know what it is? That 1 year that research thing they were doing. Sorry, it stuck to me. I got it confused. That's my
yeah. That's what I'm saying to you. Research.
I'm gonna be real with you. And I might catch mad strays and heat for this, but I'm gonna stick to what I'm. I feel like Ineos is doing all right, bro. I feel like it from once they held in the summer doing all right, and we're all going.
What's that? Transfers or the whole thing?
Bro, this summer we were all over here like this. We were all over here like this with the signings. Yeah. Now the signings is working. Now we all like pointing at. Of course. But this summer,
I think there's key places where you want to sign more experience, right? Like the striker position, maybe central midfield, and maybe one of the attacking positions in the 10. I don't mind the profile. The profile is fine. Where I'd be like, okay, I'd be concerned is we go sign a young striker again. We have already done that with Xerxes. We already, have that with Hoyland. Let's go get someone with experience that will score us goals. The wing-back position requires a lot of energy, right? It's up and down. I was reading up on the guy. They say Dorgu is never injured. He's a very fit, hardworking player. So the profile is good. I don't mind it. I'm not saying that this guy is going to be world class. You don't know. It's down to the system and down to the coach to get the best out of him. You can't. People always do this thing where they expect you to say, "Oh, signing is coming in. He's going to be world class." You can't predict that. You cannot predict that. You never know. Like City have signed a bunch of young players. You have no idea how they're going to do in the Premier League. You don't know. We don't know. You can sign someone experienced. We don't know. I believe in the coach and what he can do, but it's down to him to get the best out of Dorgu and the other profiles that Ineos will sign. So for what we need to do is just get the best profiles we can get for the money we have. We don't have a lot of money. So we need to spread that money across and do some smart deals and get people in, which is why I wanted us to, for example, go get Cunha, because Wolves are in a difficult situation. And in the summer, we can exploit that because they're going to get relegated. So there are different things like that we can do to bring in someone experienced.
Do you think Wolves are going to get relegated?
Oh, yeah. They're done. They're going to get relegated.
Brian, can I just say something really quickly, yeah? I want the chat to let me know if I'm waffling in the chat as well. The reason I'm not sad or angry about this signing. I'm actually positive about it. My thing is this, innit? I don't want to become what Arsenal have done, where they try to build, they get rid of all senior members that were toxic of the first team, and they try to develop the youth and make it want to push with the youth. The problem is the youth are not used to winning. The youth don't have that mentality because this is a man's sport. It's not a kid's game. So when you get to a certain juncture, you're going to need that experience, that extra bit of fight, which they don't have yet, and nobody can teach them that. And what you see to Arsenal is that they get close, but they can't finish it. They can't do it because they don't have enough of the older people to help them push them through. And if Ineos think they're going to do this, what we're going to see is eventually we'll start playing better football, but we'll get to a point where we've got youth, we're playing good football, but we're just not getting over the line because they haven't got that extra bit there. That's why I'm saying stop trying to.
You're trying to say it's a youth project. Are you trying to insinuate it's a youth project rather than anything else?
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
From what they're doing right now, you can't tell me otherwise.
It's not though. How is it? They're just buying.
I don't think it's a youth project. So is it because they signed that Haven guy from Arsenal and maybe Chido and a couple of other guys?
The striker, the centre back, I think he's a centre mid from Crystal Palace, Eleni Yoro. Obviously, they signed De Ligt, Joshua Xerxes, and
no, I think you're right, Estella.
They're putting too much emphasis on youth players. Why don't you start getting some guys that are going to help the people? That this is the reason.
This is waffle, man. This is waffle. I can't lie, man.
Wait, Estella, let me just respond. Estella, I hear you. Let me just respond to your. Let me just respond to your point. So. You're right. They're going for younger players. So we are in a financial mess. I think that's well established. We can't be spending big money on players that sometimes will work out, sometimes more than likely, if you look at our history, they don't work out. We spend 60, 70, $80 million. That's fine. And your Arsenal comparison, I understand. But let's get to that point first. Let's get to where Arsenal is, where we just can't get over the hump.
That's a fact.
And then what you do, and this is what Arsenal should be doing right now, is they should be spending a couple of big money on experienced players to help them get over the line. Once you get to that point, for us, we're nowhere near that point. We're at ground zero. So
can I get a point?
Let's make the team functional again, playing good football. And then once you're almost there, say you're challenging for top four or you're in the top four, but you can't actually get over the line, then you can go, all right, what do we need in the squad? Let's spend big money on a striker, or let's spend big money on a midfielder or a different, whatever is required in that team. So that's a strategy they should be going for.
And keep in mind, let's look at something real quick. Arguably, in the past, let's say five years. I would say 10. But let's stick to 5. Who has been the best club in the world?
What? Premier League?
No, in the world. Forget the Premier League. In the world.
Real Madrid.
Perfect. Now let's look at Real Madrid's signings, and if we could call that a youth academy off signings alone. But again, hold up.
Let him finish.
Modric don't sniff the field. The only elderly was Alaba on a free. Rudiger, if we really want to consider Rudiger. But again, most of what they are investing in is the youth. If we look at Tuchemeni, 100 mil. If we look at that was off the rate. They wanted Euro. If we look at Mbappe, Rodrigo, Vinicius, if we the list could keep going.
Bellingham, Arda Güler. Brahim Diaz.
What you're saying makes sense, yeah?
When you signed him, bro.
Wait.
You remember that?
You gotta secure the bag moving forward with a little seasoning of experience, absolutely. But I'm not gonna come and dish bread and go pick up go pick up the best players in the world. And clearly that it didn't even work for us when we did that. You get what I'm saying? When we were dishing money.
You know what it is? Everybody's doing this, though.
Let me quickly respond to that.
That's what I'm saying. Every club is preparing. If you look at Barcelona's project, Barcelona right now is playing with the La Masia, bro.
You know what goals, man?
They're not playing with a little bit of Lewandowski and someone.
Let me respond.
No, I got you. But the best player on their team is Lamine Yamal.
Yep, 17 years old.
Okay, Norris.
Fermin Lopez, Kubrasi. That's who people are talking about. Nobody's talking about Lewandowski. They're talking about who's upcoming because that's the generation. Ronaldo, when he carried United, he was young. Messi, when he carried Barca, he was young. So we cannot use the age factor because at the end of the day, it's all about talent and it's all about IQ on the field.
Cool. Let me respond now. Let me respond now, please. 1 second, yeah. I want to big up Staffy, fresh trim and that. Big up, man.
Yeah.
Secondly,
it's a little week old, but it's fire. It's a week old, but it's fire.
Secondly, I want to say this, yeah.
It's coming.
One,
hey, yo.
La Liga is not Prem because you can't. If I give you the prime example, Chelsea have done what we're basically saying is recruiting young talent. Look at where they are. Thirdly, what I'm going to say is this: when you're talking about them like Ronaldo or let's use Real Madrid for example, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Jude Bellingham, they're buying all the youth. That's fine, but they had the infrastructure in place already. They did it. What we're doing is this: we're buying youngers and expecting them to we're expecting shit from them as soon as they come. Whereas they had Modric, they had Dani Carvajal, they had matured seasoned veterans in each position before they started doing this. We can't depend on our veteran players at our club to even coach these guys or to inbred them into our squad. So it doesn't work that way. So I'm saying is this: what you're doing is you're focusing more onus on youth talent coming up to take us forward, which is fine. But at the moment, right now, there is no one there to support them and take that pressure off them. Because what we're going to do now is buy talent. They look good for a bit. And then this system is dysfunctional. They start to have a few bad games. And what do you hear next? Sell them, get rid of them. They're falling off. That's what's going to happen. Like this guy now, Dorgu, he's our left wing back. If he does not bang in the first 3 months, the amount of pressure that's going to leap onto him is mad. And he's 20 years old. It shouldn't be like that. There should be a seasoned left wing back that he can learn off and he's supporting, not coming in to lead the line. The same thing as Manu. You don't come from the academy, have a breakout season for us to depend on you. There should be a qualified centre mid that's got season under his belt to help you through. And that's what you lot are missing. That's where it starts from. I'm not waffling. It's the truth. It is the truth.
Again, you're making it sounds lovely, right? But then now if we sit here and look back, name me left backs that are seasoned that we're going to go get when the whole fan base is screaming, oh, why didn't we go get Alvaro for 16? He's not seasoned. So
we're desperate. Because we're desperate. We don't have a left wing back because we're desperate.
Yeah, but who is? Give me examples of other than Aït, who's a seasoned left wing back out there that is easy just to poach and fill in the gap. You get what I'm saying? It's not so much that plays.
Wait. If I may,
wait. The thing is now, yeah, it's a bit unfair to ask me that question now because it's like one, we're desperate. We've only adapted to the system in the last 2-3 months. Before we was in a back four, so you would have said, yeah, get me a seasoned left back. There's numerous of left backs back in the day we could have got, yeah, but we didn't. We done stopgaps for whatever reason because we wanted to depend on Shaw, even though we knew his injury record was poor. This comes from the management again, poor decision making. Everyone could tell you that Shaw does the same thing. He's crap, injured. You get a left back in on loan temporarily, then he gets the competition. He turns up. Then once he gets his starting place again, he gets comfortable, gets injured, and goes missing. Then when the drop-off comes, you know the left back that we've got to replace him is not good enough. And then we're stuck in the same cycle each time. That's what we keep doing.
Oh, okay. So can I say something? Basically, you want to experience that before I let stuff go. So your point is you want more experience left wing back then, or someone a bit more.
No. I just want to. I want to. I'm happy that we're doing the youth signing stuff, but I just want a mixture. I don't want so much of an emphasis on just youth. Because you man are moving like Jimmy Savile. I need some experience.
Yeah, but they got experience.
Alleviate the pressure from the youth.
Delit, Mazarawi, what aren't those experiences?
So
We have a mixture. But let me get Staffy going. Staffy, you go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, big up. I know you guys. This is the Tuesday crew, so thank you for welcoming me.
Come on, bro. Always.
Listen, man. I said welcoming me. There's nothing here about that. I was gonna say, listen, I got my crypto account ready just in case Nedo pops up and anything happens. I don't have a real estate profile right now, but my crypto's there and I can kind of stand on that. So
shout out Nedo, man. Shout out
if
Nedo.
I see that, I'm void of that. But no, on a real though, listen, I hear what Estrela's saying, but I'm still a little bit confused on a few things. First of all, he said he's happy about the signing, but the way he's been going on for 30 minutes, I would love to see Estrella if he wasn't happy about the signing, because, oh my God, we'd be here for like hours. But I get some of the things that he's saying. But to be fair, Estrella, the way you're describing us, you're describing the business that we did over the last 3 years anyways. And it's not like that worked. We did sign a lot of senior players over the last 3 years. A lot of them experienced. From where we bought them, they were, to be fair, most of them were doing well. And it's not like we progressed anywhere as a team. So I don't think it's an age thing. What I need you to understand, and not just you, just people in general, because obviously I see people in the chat agreeing with you. Some people disagree, which is fine. This is, to me, it's one of those data signings where we have complained that for years that there's some signings that there's clubs that make, no matter where they are, whether they're winning trophies or not, they make these signings that 2 years later you look at it, you're like, shit, why did United not look at them 2 years ago? Why did United not sign him a year or 2 years ago? This is an absolute data sign. And the data does show you that he is one of the best prospects in his age, in his position in the world. And United tried to get it at a good fee. Obviously, us being United, we're always going to pay a little bit more. Probably if Brighton would have went for him, they would have paid like maybe 10 mil less, something like that. But it is what it is. When you're a big club like United, you're always going to be charged premium. So if you want to look at it a way where it's like we're just getting youngsters, you will be frustrated, but this is a good signing that multiple other clubs were looking at him. So it's one of those that we're going to look at. And it's not one of those where I'm like, oh my God, he's going to prime right now with us. No, he is one of these signings that in a couple years, I'm hoping that he will be one of the best performers in his position in senior football. But these are the type of signings that we need to do right now anyways, because all you're saying makes sense. But I'm not trying to be a ready now team anyways, Estrella. Like, I think that's what we need to get through our minds. This ownership who was it? Omar Barada already told us that. Go ahead.
Staffy, why not? No, why not? I don't want to interrupt. I just want to know why not. But my point is this: I agree with everything, Staffy. I agree with everything you're saying because you're making sense. Like, I'm not ignorant. I told you. I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
I know.
My thing is this: when you sign young players, you inherit up and down performances because they're young, they're learning on the job. So you're not going to have consistency. My thing is, if you're going to sign young players, have an experienced player in that position. You said that we signed experienced players in the last couple of years. Yes, we have. I agree with you. But the people, the profiles we've been signing, they're not the right ones. Like Agate is, I would say, an experienced, not necessarily seasoned profile, but he's had a couple seasons under his belt, and he's over the age. What you just did right now,
Estrella. You actually just proved my point. Because you said we signed senior players, but it wasn't the right profile. You just proved to me that it was never about the age. It was about the right profile anyways. So even though this kid is 20, if he is the right profile, which I'm hoping he is, because I'm looking at the people that are recruiting now, they are different than the people recruiting in the past. If he's the right profile, which I think he is based on what I saw, now I hope that he can apply that for us. He will be something for us. And I'm not saying we're just going to sign 20-year-olds and 19-year-olds and 18-year-olds for the rest of the time here. We signed a lot of senior footballers over the summer. By the way, you were incorrect when you said they've been here for a year. They took over a year ago. Most of them didn't get their jobs starting until the summer. We've actually only had one window under them, by the way, which, by the way, the most United have ever sold in one window was the last window. And I'm not in your sin. I'm not in your sin anything. I'm just being fair and I'm explaining what happened. That was the most we've ever made sales in one summer. That is a fact. We did sign. How many players did we sign? I think we signed 5 players. Ugarte, Mazraoui, Delict, those 3 are technically senior players. And then obviously we went for one for the future prospect in Euro. And you'd say Xerxes is a little bit between the two because he is young, but also he was kind of cooking in Serie A. So it depends on how you want to look at it. So 3 or 4 of the 5 are senior players. You don't rebuild with world beaters right away anyways, because I know what some people are going to say, and I'm not saying you would say that. A lot of people would say, why didn't we get Alphonso Davies? bro, respectfully, Alphonso Davies is not in a rebuild stage in his career. He's ready to go to a team where he's like, you know what? I'm ready to win now. Yeah. There is some players that are going to be young and upcoming, and these are the players that are identified by world scouts as the next best in their positions. And there will be these players that are just on the verge of just becoming like world beaters and world-class players that you can't cash in on right now. Like Acuna as an example. You look at Cunha and everyone thinks, you know what? Cunha goes to a big team and he should be tearing it up. But he's not there yet. That's when you go in and you spend the money on him. Look at, and I'm going to leave it at this. Remember Liverpool when Klopp came in, all the signings that they made, all these players that they brought in that were world-class, they were on the verge of becoming world. They weren't world-class when they went to Liverpool. They were world-class after they went. Mane was just there. He was Staffy. Salah was about to be there.
Stop. Mane was cooking at Southampton. I agree.
He was like world-class the minute he stepped the foot in Liverpool is what I'm saying.
This is
that was like Lukaku at West Brom. Lukaku as West Brom was cooking, and he came out. It's just or Lukaku at Everton, or Pogba at Juve.
Again, like what Staffy said in terms of the profile.
Mane is the equivalent of Cunha, is what I'm trying to say to you, Estrella. Like that's the equivalent of it. Like I'm looking at Mane, like we're looking at Cunha. That's the player that's cooking at his club right now. That you take him to a big club, and now you start making him a world-class player.
Yeah.
So if that's where you're going, I agree with you. But I'm just saying these are the type of signings that we'll also go for.
But you also, Estrella, I want you to remember one thing before this was always part of our DNA though as a club. Since when did we really buy seasoned vets? If we look at Fergie's era, we could name Berbatov, RVP, and this is like, okay, I need this profile to get over the line.
Replace Beckham with Ronaldo. Ronaldo was 18.
Anderson, Golden Boy. Nani was young. Gabriel Obertan. I could go on.
This isn't fair because you lot are making sense with what you're saying here, but it's out of context. When we bought Ronaldo and these players here, we had a structure.
We had senior players. I get what you mean. Yes.
My thing is this: you're buying young. This is the thing, Staffy. If everyone had your mentality, I would shut my mouth. But the thing is that's not the reality. The reality is we buy young players, but everyone goes, "Oh, these are the type of players we should buy when they're just about to come here." But the thing is that they don't understand is this: those players
we don't have the.
So when they're not consistent, when they're not consistent, and they're having bad games, all of a sudden they're shit players, and then there's too much pressure on them. That's why I'm saying sometimes just buy guys.
To be fair, sure, you can build a young team together, though. I understand it's not really ideal, but you could still build a young team together. Like we've seen it happen in football a lot. Like that best Barcelona team. Don't get it twisted. That because we were talking about Barcelona. Omar mentioned Messi, and that Barcelona team was very young. You only had a couple of seniors really in that team. You had Piqué, who was technically a Premier League reject, go to that team. The only two seniors that they have was pretty much Xavi and what's his name and Puyol. Everyone else, all the other seniors they got rid of. But Messi was young, Iniesta was young, Busquets was young, Alves was young. Everyone was young. You only had like 2 or 3 seniors, and obviously that's a little bit of an extreme because that team ended up being generational. So not every team is going to be like Barcelona. But even the Arsenal project, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Arsenal ruined that idea to people because they haven't won anything yet. But when you look at their upcoming over the first 3 years, a lot of these players were very young, and look at the level they've reached right now together. You look at Gabriel, you look at Saliba, you look at Odegaard was a reject, a youngster reject from La Liga. Obviously, Saga was from the academy. The only issue they made is what I agree with you. You said that earlier, Estrella. Once they reached that stage, I don't think they started adding the world-class players next to them to complement them.
Yeah,
but you can't also deny that they grew as a team. Yeah, I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. They ruined the model. That's on them.
But this is why. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I just think for me, just to kind of move over the conversation.
Yeah, I talked a lot.
I think we are going to build it. I think it's step by step. Is it going to be overnight? I don't think there is experience there, but you know what it is? It might not be the right experience. You know, Rashford should be an experienced player, but he's not at this minute right now. Bruno Fernandes can lose his head and come a bit petulant. He's in there right now. Okay. I look at the centre-back option. De Ligt's just come through the door. Onana's meant to be experienced, but then he fumbles and makes mistakes, and that's kind of seeps into the team. It's just about getting the right experienced players in the summer and building that experience, you know. And you can buy players that are like Ugarte is 22, 23, but bro, he's an animal. He's a warrior. And he's the sort of guy that you take it to battle with.
I thought it was 25. I thought Ugarte was 25, 24.
23.
23, man. There you go. So exactly. So they're young players, but obviously you wouldn't assume that with their mentality. Lenny Yoro, I do think, you know, he's young, but I think he's got that mentality of, yo, put me in there. I want to do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? And he can play at that high level. That's why Real Madrid wanted him. You know, so it's all about understanding that and then kind of gauging where we go. But all in all, I do believe Dorgu will be a good signing. I do believe it's a project signing. It's someone that, you know, will be benefiting not only just now but in the future. And listen, we're gonna move forward with that. But again,
You know,
I do get
Saeed, moving forward with any signings. I'm done biting. I'm done biting the trap. It's like a mouse biting the cheese in the trap. Okay, I can see the growth. I can see this. I can see that. But as of right now, I'm gonna wait and see till this actually works. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
Yeah.
We've been in this. We all sat in this chair several times and sat here and expect. Obviously, we respect our club. We love our club. So we're gonna look at the belief aspect. You get what I'm saying? And there's a lot of talent that came in and just unfortunately just couldn't translate. And when they even leave, they translate elsewhere.
Yeah.
But Estrella, you did say something. I just want to get you on that real quick. Just real quick. You said what we're doing is what Chelsea's doing now. Chelsea's still playing better football than us.
Yeah.
By the way, so it's not like
all I'm gonna say is this: we're doing the Temu version of Chelsea. Their man are shopping at Harrods. We're shopping at Primark.
No, but you know,
are we really doing that though? Where did they get what's his name? Their right winger from?
Who's that?
Where did they get him from?
Who? Madueke. They got from the same team. PSV. No, they got Madueke from League 1.
Now he was on loan in PSV.
No,
what do you mean League 1, man?
They got him from the Dutch league.
He got it from PSV.
I swear he was at the same team as Camavinga.
No, I thought he was at PSV.
No, they got him from the Dutch league.
He came from the Dutch league.
Yeah,
was he on loan at PSG or did they buy him?
He came from the Dutch league.
Man,
he played in PSV. He played with Rude. I remember.
They spent how much on Mudryk.
He was in the
They bought Mudryk.
He was in the Tottenham. He came from the Tottenham.
Because he was at Tottenham Academy, he was at PSV, bro.
They bought Mudryk and a bunch of other young players. All the young players they were buying for 20 million, they have loaned them out right now. Yeah, guys.
They sold most of them. Brian. They don't give their youngsters a chance there.
There's like Chelsea. They bought a lot of players. They bought a lot. Some good, some bad, some actually shit.
Shout out to Dan Potts, who's raided the channel. You get me, big up to his crew. If you're coming in right now, there's 1.6k in the building. Let's get to at least 700 likes. You know what I mean? We should get more, but let's aim for 700 and then we'll aim for 1,000 likes towards the end. But big up to the crew. Adewale says, I think we need to give Ineos till summer to see if Estrella is right, but I see what he's saying. We need to sign some attackers with experience. If we don't, then it's like an Arsenal project. Talking about that, you talk about youngsters, and again, I don't want to know. Listen, you lot can, Florian Plettenberg, whether he's the source or whatever, you know what I mean? But he's come out and said United are considering entering the race for Mathys Tel in case of the departure of Garnacho or Rashford following Tel's decision to leave by a minute before deadline day. Chelsea apparently have got interest in him. Should we? I start with Coop Baller. Let me start with Coop Baller first. Coop Baller, Mathys Tel, yes or no?
100. Well, if what is it for loan?
Nah, I reckon it'll be to buy.
Well, listen, man. Yes, if we're talking about the young players, if Garnacho goes, a lot of people say no. I don't even know why they say no. But anyway, if we're talking about quality young players, I don't see why not. It depends on the price for me. Like I've seen Tel play; he's actually a very, very good player. But you're at Bayern Munich, innit? You're competing with what the Harry Kanes, the Nabries, the Zanes. They just went out and bought Elise. So for you to even be playing, I mean, it's gonna be hard at that level, and obviously with the teammates that he has, he can play in off the wings. Of course, he's not an out and out goal scorer, but he's very clinical. That's for sure. He's a talent, but I don't see why not. If Garnacho's leaving, I don't see why not. But again, it depends on the system. I'm not really like big on just buying a player for the sake of it. It's more about how's the player gonna suit the system. Obviously, we spoke about Dorgu as well. The good thing about him, he suits the system. He's going to suit the system. So at least that kind of answers one aspect of our questions. So for me, it's more about that. Like, is he adaptable? We in this system, more than any other system we've ever played, we need players to be adaptable. So when you're gonna be signing a player like, oh yeah, Tel, he's the next best thing. Is he adaptable to how we want to play or how we need to play? That's the main thing. Like, it's not about the talent of the young player, because you can bring any young player that's talented, but then he's struggling to adapt, and we don't want that problem again. Like, where are we gonna play him? How many years have we had this issue? Pogba, where's his best position? Bruno now you got Bruno and Pogba. Where are they gonna play then? How are you gonna? We don't want that problem anymore. We want players to come in, fit in, and that's it. Play where they need to play, and that's it. So for me, it's more about that. And when I look at him and how Amorim wants to play, I don't know. Like, is that really the player that he wants? I'm not really sure. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only question. In terms of his ability, if he's trying to go for somebody that, you know, has speed, somebody can take somebody on, etc., etc., you want someone in that, then I kind of understand it. But again, for me, it's like the system. Because as much as looking at Amorim's system and saying you got the 2 10s in there, we can't just go for 10s and not have pace either. That's another thing. We can't just have, players who are, you know, in other leagues, in La Liga, it works. In the Portuguese league, it works. But in the Premier League, you guys all know you need some players, some game changers, at least players who can change the tempo, players who are fast in behind as well. And you've seen it with Man City, with Marmoush. It makes a difference it's refreshing, because they had Sterling, they had Sané in the old, you know, back in the day and that. And then Man City went to all these little technical players and they lost that kind of threat. So that's another thing. So Amorim might be thinking about that. I might still want that kind of player in the squad, even though they don't fit the system as much. But personally, if he was available, I don't see why not. I think he's a very good talent, personally, from what I've seen of him. Personally, I think he's really good.
Yeah, he's definitely not a 10. What do you say?
No, I was going to say, like, the position there is the one. Is he a 10? He's more of a winger for me.
I'd rather get Cooney over him, personally.
He doesn't fit the system for me. I'm sorry. Because one,
he can play as a wing back, maybe right wing back.
All I'm going to say is this year, we're not going to sell Garnacho. I don't believe we're selling Garnacho. I honestly believe we've got Dorgu and that's our business done. Or we might get a loan if we're lucky.
I lie. It's looking like that right now. I'll be real with you.
I feel like they've done the Glazer tactic. They can come back in, but I feel like they've done the Glazer tactic where they've done this thing where they've strung us along to focus on this, get us all angry about one thing, and then he doesn't fit. He doesn't come. He doesn't leave. My thing is this with Tel, yeah? One, he's not out number 9. Why do you want to go and buy another young striker to come into a team and he doesn't fit in straight away just for you to call him shit again? Go and get a proper striker like we agreed on when you got Højlund for him to learn off and to share the role, yeah? If you're not going to get an out-and-out number 9, then get another wing-back that's going to fit the system. I'm telling you now, I've watched him in the Bundesliga. He will not fit that wing-back position, that role. There's a reason why he's played 0 minutes in 3 games. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah, but they have better forwards. That's why.
They could fit him out wide if they really wanted to. Because I remember, if I recall correctly, Gnabry had a long-term injury, came back. He done a little. He's been doing.
No, but he's not, bro. He's not going to start over Leroy Sané, bro. He's not starting over Leroy Sané.
Even Sané, he's got his own attitude issues in Bayern.
I know that, but I get it.
That happened in the training ground.
I know, but he's not going to start. He's not going to bench Leroy Sané, bro. And I'm telling you, bro, I get it. Like, Sané's got attitude issues, but he's not getting benched for Mathys Tel, bro. It's not happening.
No,
like it's not. That won't happen at Bayern Munich. I'm telling you.
To counteract that point, yeah, is Tel going to come in and bench Ahmad?
He's not on Ahmad's side.
I don't think it's for that side though. I thought it's for the other side.
It's going to be the other side.
Oh wait.
Left 10.
So if it's for the left side, is he going to come and bench? Is he going to come and bench what left 10?
Yeah.
He's not a 10. We've just agreed he has to play out wide.
No, but the thing is, though,
it's out wide, so that means he has to play left wing back then.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree with Estrella. He's talented, but I don't know if he suits what we're trying to do. And it's like, are we Chelsea? Are we going to do a Chelsea where we go sign a player where we're not really sure if we're going to use him in the way he needs to be used, and he needs to be developed as well because he's young. You want people that will come into the team and just slot in
Coleman as well. Sorry,
Coleman like a glove into the system. Like Ahmad, he can play wing back, he can play right 10. Like, it's not uncomfortable. So you don't want this young guy to come in and be in an uncomfortable situation where you're trying to sort out where he needs to play. So I'm not sure.
I think he wants to play a 9 as well.
I think he's talented. I just don't know if he's what we need in attack. Like we need more people we can depend on. That's why I was saying, like, in terms of experience, attack is where we need the experience.
Yeah,
right? That's where we need the people that will carry us. Go get Mbeumo, go get Cunha, go get even Semenyo. Like, get players that can carry us.
Not getting these guys. I'm sorry, not with 1 week
But
left.
those guys, again,
Not
that
right
doesn't
now,
bring
not
us
right
up
now.
a level. I don't think that brings us up. Apart from Cunha, I don't think the other two bring Man United up another level. I think that they may be better than like a Garnacho, but I don't think that's gonna like take United to another level though. That we're just kind of settling to like, oh, he's better than Garnacho, so put him in. Whereas Cunha probably takes United. He increase. What?
Who's better than Garnacho, please?
No, because he said Semenyo.
Better than Garnacho.
No, he said Semenyo and he said Mbeumo.
I wouldn't have either of those people at my club either.
But that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm saying even though they're good,
I
wouldn't necessarily. I wouldn't say, let's go out and buy them because he brought them out. Apart from Cunha, I wouldn't say they're gonna make Man United better. We're just buying like, okay, he's better than Garnacho, so we'll get him in. But I don't think that takes United like to another level. And because there's questions with Tel, that's another thing. Because there's questions that why buy a player that there's gonna be questions about. It doesn't make
the
sense.
timeline isn't right. I agree with you. The timeline is.
Are you sure it's not a loan option, Saeed? Because I think we're all assuming that
it's a loan option, and there's a buy option. There's a loan option.
They're trying to sell him. They are trying to sell him.
They're trying to sell him. There's several clubs that want to do loans.
Yeah, but I think a loan is a loan is fine. Low risk. You see him for 6 months. You like him. Okay, you buy him. If it's a buy, then it's obviously a big no.
They want to move him on because they're trying to bring in Nkunku. And it's most likely that he's going to come to the Premier League. I just don't think he's coming to United. The biggest worry that we have about Tel is that if he goes to Chelsea, if you wanted Garnacho sold, I have bad news for you. If he goes to Chelsea, they're not coming to Garnacho. If anything, he's going to go there, and then they're going to send Nkunku the other way around. Them two clubs are settled, and we're stuck with 6 more months with Garnacho. So that's the case for us. Unless nothing.
Staffy, do you not want Garnacho at the club?
No, not at all. For 60 million, no.
You're the only one that wants him.
They're not offering us 60 million. They're offering us 42 million pounds.
No, but that's what the club wants. If we could get 60 million.
Staffy, how much would you sell?
We're gonna start selling for 42 as well.
Staffy, how much
would you sell him for 40
pounds? Yeah, 50 million euros.
What's almost it?
How much you sell Garnacho for?
Not 42. No, not at all.
How much?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I've listened to the debate last week. And,
Yeah,
bro,
you-
I'm not
you-
selling.
You watched it.
You know what? You know what the issue is? You guys like to undersell. No. Some of these guys want to undersell. Let me tell you this. I saw the car one time. I wanted to get the car that I have right now. I was like, you know what? I'm fed up with the car that I have. I really want to sell it. When I went on Marketplace and I put it for sale, I put it at the highest price I could. And I didn't like the car. You know why? Because I'm not going to undersell my own asset just because I don't like it.
But Staffy, are we underselling though? Are we underselling? I'm not sure we are.
So Brian, I was gonna get to it. Let me tell you, Brian.
Okay, let him get to the point. Yeah.
And you're getting. By the way, I wouldn't call myself a Garnacho hater. I was one of his biggest critics. Omar would tell you.
No, you're a Garnacho hater. You're a Garnacho hater.
I'm not a hater. I just don't like him as a
player.
player.
The amount of times I get a message from this man about my frame, it'd be like 2 a.m. and I get a text from Staffy about my frame. So like he's a Garnacho hater, bro. It's simple.
Bro, I went to this house and I tried to sneak out of the frame. That's how bad that frame is.
he tried to tease it. No,
his parents are upstairs, so I couldn't. But no, hear me out. Here's the thing. On football ability alone, I don't think Garnacho is that talented. So if you told me just based on what he does on the pitch, how much would you sell him for? It wouldn't be that high. But sometimes that's not how you sell your commodity. You sell the name, you sell the brand. It's especially where he's coming from. This guy has a huge fan base behind him. He has the biggest fan base in the world behind him, not the United fan base. He has the CR7 fan base behind him. Yeah, there's people that watch him. I swear to God, and I see this content sometimes on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and they say the next Ronaldo. There is people out there that believe that. You think I'm gonna go to these people and say, yeah, you know what? He's shit. He's not worth that money. Hell no.
He's got the
he is a brand by his own. I'm selling that name. I'm selling his stats. You think everyone understands underlying stats like we do and we say and we talk about it? There are people who are going to sit there and be like, oh my God, he has this amount GA and he's only 20. And they're not going to know that he played over 100 games doing that. Actually, there's people that sit there and say he won a Copa America. You think I'm telling them that he was on the bench? You think I'm telling them that he only played like one half of football in Copa America and he stunk out, and the Argentina fans were actually cussing him out? I'm not telling them that. I'm gonna say, yeah, he won a Copa America. He played over 110 games for United. He has this amount of XG in the Premier League season, and he's only 20 years old. When you put all these things together, you could ask for that money. You generally could, especially that he's not for sale. No one asked.
With the fans, the fans are not buying. Wait, the fans are not buying Garnacho. These are the people making these decisions are sporting directors that are looking at the underlying numbers.
What did the data say?
Sorry?
What does the data say about Garnacho?
No, that he scores a lot of goals, but he scores not a lot of goals, but he scores a moderate amount of goals. But they're not just looking at the top line numbers. They're looking at the underlying numbers, and they're also watching tape on him. They're not going to just base it on.
Okay, so why
he's got 13.
It should never be based on.
They're not going to just say. They're not going to just say he's got 13 million Instagram followers and then make a decision based on that.
No, I didn't say Instagram followers. I said he is a brand. He is a footballing brand.
Yeah, he's a brand.
They're not making a decision. Napoli are not making a decision based on his brand value. They're looking
but that's why Napoli's here. You're saying all this. Yeah, you're telling me Napoli. And
but it all comes into play though. It always comes into play though. Now
you're forgetting the football players are a commodity. All I want to say to you guys is now, I agree with Staffy. I agree with Staffy in the sense that I don't necessarily rate Garnacho to be this excellence of player. My thing is this: when Elanga was at our club, I will not have revisionism. A lot of men said he was dead. Is that not an Forest? Elanga.
Yeah, he wasn't that great.
But he's not good enough for United. He's still not good enough. That hasn't changed.
Wait, he didn't do half the stuff that Garnacho did in his time, innit? My thing is this, innit? The situation that we're in right now is not going to help any young player shine at this club. We want to try and breed an actual structure first. If Garnacho now goes to another club and starts doing well, people will say, "Oh, bring him back," or "We told him on the cheap." Forget all of that stuff. Give me my money. The market dictates what the market dictates. That's all I want. I want a fair price. Like Staffy said, I said to all of these already, 60 to 65 million on a poor window. That's the minimum I'm taking for him. The minimum. But Napoli are offering 42 million sterling pounds. Yeah. We sold Scott McTominay for how much? 27, 25? So you're telling me Garnacho's only worth 15 million more than Scott McTominay? Stop it. Behave yourself, man. Behave yourself. Come on. Wake up, man.
And you know what's the easiest thing to sell right now, Australia? And that's what everyone does. The easiest thing to sell is potential. Because if you ask me, show me that potential, I don't need to show it to you. It doesn't exist. Potential is not tangible. Exactly. That is the easiest thing to sell. Just say, hey, look, at 20 years old, he has this amount of XG in 100 games. Imagine when he's 25, 26. That's what everyone does to us. That's why do you think we paid as much money as we did for Højlund? And we were idiots to do that. But that's the easiest thing to do. Why should we undersell potential when everyone is overselling his potential? That's what football's become, by the way. But then again, I don't like that 10, 15 years ago, Saeed.
No, hold on a minute, Staffy. Can I point? You can't let the situation that Man United face affect what the market is. Like, Man United are always going to be affected by tax. But it's our duty to then say, right, we're going to stay or we're going to go. Like today, the Dorgu one, they've done well. But the situation with Garnacho is just because you get fleeced, you can't say we're going to fleece you. That's how it works.
No, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying back in the day, this money was paid for proven players. But that shit died about 15 years ago. You look at football now, everyone sells potential. Everyone.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what everyone does. That's why all these players that went to Chelsea, it was all potential. Some of them hit, some of them did it. And that's how football is. So why are United not supposed to sell potential? Go ahead, Ange.
Sorry, so just to add to you, if Napoli are the buying club, if Napoli,
what are we doing here?
Just let me answer this. Let me hear. So if Napoli are the buying club, then it's going to be hard to get 60 million euros for him. They just don't have that much money, man. If you look at their turnover, it's significant. But if Chelsea are the buying club, then I would expect us to ask for 60 million. That makes a lot of sense. But Napoli, they don't have that much money. Then they're just going to say no. Like that's the thing. If we want to sell him,
they just sold. What's his name? What do you mean they don't have money?
So we say no. Andrew, no. Staffy, wait. So we say no. If it's not the same club, we came to. No, Andrew, wait.
They bought Osimhen a couple of years ago for 70 million.
Koulibaly, they said they want. It's Koulibaly. We came in for a fair offer. Look how much they asked for him. Victor Osimhen asking for 150 M's. Brother, it's our turn. It's our time.
Wait,
No.
They paid 70 million.
This isn't how football works, man.
How football works, though.
I don't understand. You guys are taking Manchester United, the fact that we overpay and we are stupid, or we've been stupid in the past, as a bar baseline of how other clubs operate in transfers. I keep seeing Manchester United fans do this, and I've seen some comments. Oh, but McTominay is worth more money now. Yeah, maybe he's worth something to Napoli now, but not to us. People go and buy players that suit their team, their profiles, right? You then see them play well in that profile. And what if would Barcelona buy McTominay? No, doesn't suit their system. No. It makes no sense. Even if it was 5 million, why would they buy him? Doesn't suit their system. But at the end of the day, which system does Garnacho fit? How many teams does it fit? How many teams can actually buy him? That's a very small pool of teams. So we can do all the, hey, pay up you want. Does he suit us? He doesn't even suit our team. Yeah. So what are we doing?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you don't ask for money. You
can ask for the realistic chance we're going to get 60 million. What is this? Euros? Even is very small.
Right?
Very small.
Pounds. I'm tired of getting bullied. I'm tired of
60 million pounds. So you're saying
how many times is
still don't work like that, bro. Don't work like that.
At the same time. That's why we're getting done over by different teams, bro. Because we take that attitude like that. That's why teams can make fun out of us and just take Sancho for 25 million. Like, where do you even see that nonsense, bro? It only happens to Manchester United.
Also, is Garnacho? Hold on a minute. What if Garnacho this summer? Like, do you think Garnacho's value will get better every year? Can you guarantee me that, Estrella, please?
No, but he's 20
that's
years
what I'm saying. So if they're offering now this,
wait, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I'm saying what I'm saying. Not because I think Garnacho is going to be this. If you sell him below 60 million, you're setting precedent. Because when the summer comes now, I know for a fact that we don't have no bread. So what we're going to do? Wait. We're going to have to sell youth talent again. So when we're desperate for peas and Mainu's there, someone comes in and goes, "Oh, we want 100 million for him." They're going to be like, "Bro, you sold Garnacho for 40 M's. We're not doing that." Bruv, and they're gonna drag it out all the way to the end of the summer, and they'll sell him for like 60. I'm not having it. Set precedent now. Precedent.
Okay. Let me just get these super chats in guys. 1.8k in the building. Please hit the like button. Let's get these likes up, man. We should be on 1,000 likes, man. That means 1.3k are just watching us, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you, man, if you're watching, yeah, you lot are sad. Hit the like button. You get me? Support the channel. Adewale is coming in.
You got Magic Mike up in here.
Yeah. We don't sell Garnacho and we keep it. Who does it hurt more? Us or Napoli? Of course it hurts us because we aren't getting money or a better player. We keep it a dead ball in Garnacho. United fans are too emotional. Garnacho is trash. He takes 110 shots a game and scores every fourth game. That's not how you win. GA deceives the casual fans all the time.
Yeah, but I'm not telling you that, Diwali. That's what I said. Sorry, go ahead, say.
Yeah. Let me just get him and then we can discuss him. In the summer, if Ineos don't buy at least 2 starting level 10s or striker, we aren't a serious club. We should be signing Cunha. I would look to sign Colomwani to sign Monatu for experience, but yeah, he's gone to Juventus. Bayern have Coleman, Gnabry, at least say they got options. Tel is a better player than Garnacho. And big up Suge, man. He says hit the like, but we need to be on 1k likes. Don't be cheap with the free clicks. Yeah, man, don't be cheap, man. But yeah, you were gonna say something. Who's gonna?
Yeah, I'm just saying that Adewale, like I get what he's saying, but I'm not telling people that. I'm not gonna tell them, oh, by the way, the stats that you're interested in, yeah, there's underlying stats that kind of expose that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. If clubs are coming in, they're saying if a club say, oh, I need a goal scoring wing, and they think that for his age and for the amount of games that he played, that is a good goal scoring record, then I'm asking for good money. It is that simple. I'm not saying ask for too much to the point that no one is gonna buy him. And I'm like, remember that video of you, Saeed, when you were doing the career mode? And they're like, 1 second, and they just walked away. I'm not trying to do that. That's what's gonna be United if we ask for too much money. But at the same time, I'm just saying you're in a position where you have pursuers. We're not. It's not like we said he's for sale. Yes, of course, everyone knows that we have a PSR situation. Yes, of course, we'd like to have a sale with a young, a player that is from our academy, but you have the right to ask. I'm not underselling, like Ainge said, 42 million, whatever. I'm not doing that. We already got more than that, by the way. Napoli offered us 50 something, I believe, or 50.
No.
And United already rejected.
Yeah,
So I
plus
already know the
50
minimum.
million-
I know
50
where the
million
floor
euros.
is.
Wasn't that what?
But what they offered is 42 million
€42
pounds,
I think
and
it
then
was
about 6
£42
million,
pounds
That's 42 million.
and then
42
about 6 million. Just to quickly start, about 6 million add-ons. Like if they're reachable, if they're like after 50 games or whatever, after 30 games, I think about. So my view is about 50 million euros is break even. Anything more, we've done well. Anything less, we've done poorly. 50 million euros. I just don't think he's a smart. Like one of the things is, if you're a wide player like Garnacho is, he doesn't have the physical attributes for a top wide player. Like it's not like he's powerful or quick after the first. Okay, if you don't have that, that's okay. Are you a really technical player that makes really good decisions on the ball? He doesn't have that either. So what is his skill set? What he actually does, people think he's like a flashy player. He's not. He's actually a really industrious, hardworking.
So are you saying we're supposed to take the first offer? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying my view is 50 million euros is break even. Anything more, we've done well.
That's 42 million.
But don't forget,
they offer 42. And I'm
Play
saying
hardball.
But don't forget,
day
he's
of-
20
last day of
years
the
old.
window. Go to Napoli and tell them, listen, what's your best offer? Give us your best offer now, and we'll take it. That's what we should do. Like,
But
he's
don't
not-
forget, he's 20
he's
years
not-
old though. Like you lot acting like he's not 20, bro. You can't.
But his
it doesn't-
talent
This is
level
what I'm
for
saying. I think
Alan, no, but Alan,
we bought Mason
Okay,
Mount.
okay.
We bought Mason Mount for how much?
Alan,
No,
We can see-
I'm looking at.
Let me ask you a question.
No.
How much is Lamine Yamal right
What
now? How much
Staffy
is Lamine Yamal right
It's
now?
what Staffy said.
How much is Lamine Yamal right now?
Yeah, what was that?
he's
Sorry?
a 200 million pound player.
I don't know.
Mariamal.
Lamine Yamal is
know.
100 million plus, yes or no?
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah, he's 200
You're
million.
basing
He's
it on
probably-
what? You're basing that on talent. You're not basing it on what it could become.
No, you're not.
You're basing it on the talent of the player.
Nah, it's both.
Talent of the
It's
player.
both.
That's a better
It's
example,
both.
because he's actually
Saeed, it's
cheap
what-
things. as well.
Sorry, wait. It's what Staffy said before. What Staffy said before, yeah. When you're projecting the future, you can sell a dream.
bro.
You can sell a dream.
Yeah, I can tell you
can't
anything.
quantify. It hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. If I
I'm
had
just saying
that,
ask
if
for
I had
more
the
money.
$100
I'm not saying don't sell him, guys. I'm just saying we
Inshallah.
should ask for more money.
Yes.
That's simple.
I'm
The
agreeing
only
with Staffy.
reason,
Whatever
the
Staffy
only
said
reason
was
why
good.
we're
I'm
even
agreeing with
getting money for him right now, like 40 million above, is because we've sold that dream. We've sold that dream, like baby Ronaldo,
That's a great
huge
point,
potential.
Great
For,
point.
on a realistic level, he's not want more than 35 million pounds.
Realistically, yeah.
Nah, we can't.
Yes,
you can't.
that's-
You guys
and
can't.
Brian-
do that.
I'm saying
Brian,
realistically.
realistically.
do that.
Just
I
quickly,
am
just quickly.
completely
quickly,
understanding
Brian.
that clubs overpay for potential. That's
You
fine.
can't.
Clubs
Yeah, but you
overpay
can't
for
do that,
potential.
Brian. When it comes to
Well,
transfer market,
in terms of value, he is worth no more than 35 million. You can overpay for potential. We've done it.
you
There's
can't
nothing
do
wrong
that.
with that.
100%.
I'm just saying he's not like in terms of his ability right now. You wouldn't pay more than 35 million pounds for him. Most clubs
And
cannot
the other
afford
thing,
it.
Brian, you know what the other, I agree with you completely. The other thing is, my concern is if we keep him for another 12 months, 24 months, the perception of Garnacho will start to change because
Yes.
people will be like, oh, he hasn't improved. And because the thing is, I'm just basing, like sometimes like goals, and this is what Staffy was saying before, goals and assists, sometimes they mask your weaknesses.
It's the easiest thing to sell.
And
There's nothing easier than selling goals.
And the thing is, all I'm basing his game off is what are his attributes? What is he really good at? Like, what do you see him doing? Is he somebody with a great vision? Does he have great vision? Or
He will not
That's
tell
not
you.
how it works.
And he's
That's
20
not
years
how it
old.
works.
He's 20.
Yeah,
He's
he's
20
That's
years
not how it
old.
Oh
works.
my
No,
God.
I'm getting sick of telling
Bro.
you. Even he's 20. How many times
Bro.
he's 20 years old?
Look at
You
this.
It doesn't work
20.
like
Who
that,
cares?
bro.
man are saying, wait.
The thing is-
one second. You man are saying your mouth in the Liga. What 20? Name me a 20-year-old in the Premier League doing madnesses. Please let me know.
Sorry?
Let me know on a consistent basis. Name me a 20-year-old in the Premier League doing a madness consistently in the Premier League. Please let me know.
So
Bro,
this
see,
is the example I'll give you. Yeah? When Saka was
Tyler,
coming through,
Bro,
You
Saka's
could
been
see-
doing it, bro.
you could see
Nah,
his
bro.
level. You
Nah,
could
bro,
see.
I don't wanna hear
Hold
that,
on,
bro.
hold on. Let me just make my
doing
point.
it.
What?
You could see his level
Four
of talent.
goals
No,
and 4 assists in
asking
one
for-
season. Don't do that.
Inshallah.
you know
You
what I
can't say
take? I
Athens
take a
Gerald going at West Ham
20-year-old.
for the last 8. Don't do that. I
And
will
watch
not.
Dibbling. Look at Dibbling right now, 18. Dibbling's better player than Garnacho.
That's
Dibbling.
right. That's right.
No.
He's a
No
better
one is
ball
saying
carrier.
that we are
And if
going
Dibbling
to
came
get.
to United right now, would he look the same? Would he look the same?
No,
Would he look
no,
the same?
no,
Would he look
bro.
the same?
Doesn't work like
Dibbling
that,
came to United
It's so
right now.
negative, but
Would he look the
everything
same?
about you is a negative output. Negative.
What
negative.
is? What
You're
is?
thinking negatively, man.
Saeed,
You're
you
always
just want to
negative.
sell. Is that
What I missed?
what? You just want to sell. You just want to
Go on,
sell.
Omar. Go on.
What I
swear
missed?
down.
What I miss?
He's saying basically the potential. We're looking at too much age, yeah, and basically Garnacho can get better. Like, don't. He's 20. He can get better. That's why we should hold out for more bigger fee. That's what he's saying, basically.
That's not what I'm even saying. I'm not saying that. You man, wait, do you know what it is? You man have got an emotional attachment that you don't like him. I don't care.
Emotional. What do you mean? You're the most
player.
emotional.
I care about,
I'm not emotional. You're emotional.
Wait.
I don't like him. I don't like
I'm
him.
emotional because you gotta not listen.
If anybody likes
Stella,
I don't like
Stella,
him.
Stella, can I ask you a
We have
question?
a commodity. Wait. We have
I'm
a
going
commodity.
toilet, man.
We have a commodity that's 20 years old. Yeah. We have a
Garnacho's
commodity
coaching.
that's 20 years old. We bought Rasmus Højlund, 75 million. We bought Mason Mount, 1 year left on his contract, and he had an injury post season, 55 million. Harry Maguire, 80 million. How many times are we going to get Ginnels and not Ginnels anybody else? Brother, the guy's 20 years old. 20. And you man are saying, selling for 40 million. Are you skunked? What are you doing?
Who's the most expensive? Who's the most expensive youngster?
Stella, what do you want? 70 million euros.
I do the
Estrella, who would you say is the best club that sells players? Let's. I want to get a baseline of what your value perception is, because I'm a little bit confused. In the Premier League, let's use a big club, because it's a little bit big clubs when it comes to selling. It's a lot more difficult for them.
Chelsea or Man City?
Okay, Chelsea or Man City. So who's the youngest player Chelsea have sold for big money?
Cole Palmer for 40 million.
No, Chelsea sold.
Chelsea. Man City sold him.
Who did Chelsea sell?
Imagine
Chelsea sold?
Imagine we sold somebody of the quality of Cole Palmer for 40 million.
How much did they sell Tammy Abraham for? How much did they sell Tammy Abraham for?
So Tammy Abraham was about 45 million euros, I think.
And what about the guy that signed for Aston Villa? The left back.
Matson. They sold Matson for 35.
35.
35. Okay.
Yeah, but that was a PSR issue. They dodged the market with that one, and they sold.
But I'm just saying, like, Chelsea have a great academy. All of us can agree here. Chelsea probably have one of the best academies, if not the best, when it comes to selling young players. Not very, if anybody they've sold for 60 million pounds. If any.
No, but you
can't. Wait,
Brian, you can't look at it like that.
I'm saying in terms of talent, they produce top talent.
No, but Brian, you're looking at it the wrong way.
Level.
That talent you're talking about, they don't get a first team opportunity. Garnacho has been in our first team for how long?
That's not a good thing.
No, hold on, bro. You're looking at it the wrong way.
We are overplaying Garnacho.
Brian, you're looking at it the wrong way.
Let me tell you why it's a bad thing. Let me tell you why it's a bad thing.
Let it
if he's coming off from the bench, Garnacho, right, he will be performing better, right? He has a senior player ahead of him, right? You even agree with this, Estrella. He's not supposed to be playing this many games. He hasn't earned the rights to play this many games. We're only playing him because we don't have any other option. So you end up having a lot more games where he's shit. If he was actually coming off on the bench, he had someone that was in front of him, you'd actually be able to say, hey, this guy's potential. The only reason why he's not playing more because we have this better player ahead of him. But, highly talented. Look at his performances.
Yeah, Brian,
less minutes, less goes to minutes ratio. You'll be able to ask for more money. But now he's playing all these games.
No, Brian, you're looking at it completely wrong, brother. Hold on one second. I get what you're saying. That should have been the case with Garnacho. But that's not the case, right? We already know that. The difference between Man City selling talent and us selling this guy, I'm not saying he's better. Palmer was better than him and he wasn't playing. Some of the academy players that they sold, the likes of Lavia and them, these guys were so much more talented than what we have right now. The difference is, it at the end of the day, comes down to supply and demand. It's just that simple, okay? They have players that are very good, but they don't even use them. So you can't sit there and be like, I can demand huge money for players that barely get any game time. Cole Palmer was barely getting games in the Community Shield and in the Super Cup. He was very good, but he just never had a chance to start over anyone. When it comes to Garnacho is not better than Palmer, but he's more valuable to Man United than Palmer was to City. And that's what matters at the end of the day.
He's more valuable to us because he's a starter. That's
exactly.
Because he's a start. That's what I'm trying to say. And that doesn't mean he's more talented. I cannot undersell. No, Saeed, but you're still not understanding where me and Strong are coming from. We want to sell him. We just want to get more money. You guys just want to say, you know what? We're lucky to even get this offer. Let's just sell him. That is not how business works. Saeed, if I have 4 cars sitting in the lot right now, and you have 1, my cars by default are just less valuable. Because if I sell 1, I could still rely on 3 more. You are selling the only car you have, you will demand more money. That is just how business works. We have only 1 starter in left wing right now. It doesn't matter how good or bad he is, because it's very rare for me, and I'm seeing pursuers without me offering for sale. I could sit there and have some leverage and say, you know what? You're asking for 50, but I'm going to go to 60 or 65. That's
our leverage. What's our leverage right now?
He's not for sale. We're not trying to sell him. We're not desperate to sell him. Why are we not understanding that?
That's not true. That is absolutely not true. Do you know why I know that's not true? You don't say you don't want to sell something and put a price tag on it.
Facts.
If Man United didn't want to sell, he's not for sale.
No, Brian, I'm sorry. That is
true.
Let me just respond to Brian.
That's not how it works. That is not true.
During the Alex Ferguson's era, how many times did you hear a price tag on any of our players? How many? Did we ever put a price tag on Rooney?
Bro, that doesn't make sense, bro. That's not true.
No, but you don't want to sell this guy. You say he's not for sale. You say he's untouchable.
Wait,
Arsenal, man, dude. Why do you hear Arsenal rumors about?
No one is untouchable, Saeed. No one is untouchable. I'm just saying, it's not like we came out then we said, "Yo, we have to sell Garnacho." Like everyone knows, we're desperate to sell Rashford, right? If you told me right now we got an offer for Rashford, I say, you know what? We are desperate to sell him because of everything happening. I have to accept that. But this kid is sitting collecting 50K a week. I'm not desperate to get his salary up. I'd like to get some money for PSR. That's ideal. So if people come in and say, hey, by the way, is he for sale? I'm going to be like, he's not for sale, but I'll listen to offers. That is different than say, yo, I am desperate to get him out now.
It's a negotiation position.
It's simple. I don't know how
Man United are not going to come out and say, hey, we're desperate. But the mere fact that they've put a price tag on him, they've listened to multiple offers. They've spoken to Chelsea, our rival club, about him. They are more than open to selling this guy.
That's not
like,
even
what are we
like
talking
that's
about?
fine, Brian. But that's fine. That's how you want to negotiate, Brian.
Because if now, Stuffy, we have no leverage. We need the money. We need to spend it on players who fit our system. This is what you guys are not getting. We need to sell Garnacho for them multiple reasons.
We don't need to. We want to, Saeed.
Hold on a minute. Therefore, you might not be dilly-dallying around and asking for more money, yeah? When the value of the player is that, bro. If United, like I said to you, are dilly-dallying around, what Ange said before, the value could decrease. Every summer, there's new wingers that are being linked. You are missing an opportunity for a player that nobody here believes is going to get to that level, yeah? Or because you want an extra 10, 15 million. You lot are not.
Saeed, he's 20 years old. He's not going to decrease in price when he's 20, Saeed. Let's just be honest.
Why not?
Wait him to know that.
Why not?
That's not how it is, bro. He's 20. He's not going to decrease in price.
Wait.
Wait. So what's one second. Because Saeed, you're telling me right now, every other winger, there's going to be other wingers in the world. Their price is going to go up. Why can't I think of Garnacho being one of them? You're saying another winger's going to go. Why are you
respond to that? We watch Garnacho. You don't even raise Garnacho, Staffy.
But that's even better, Brian. Because I am not saying that out of bias. I do not rate him. I do not rate him like that. But I know he's not going to decrease tomorrow like everyone else is saying. We don't need to sell him. We want to sell him. We need to sell Rashford. We need to sell Casemiro. These are the guys that we need to sell. These are the players that we need to sell.
If you think about the system that we play, if Garnacho does not fit the system over the next 6 months, over the next 12 months, if he's not playing regularly,
squad doesn't fit how we play. That's fine. I already know that. But you guys are not understanding the difference between need.
One at a time.
Man. So the risk is Garnacho's profile does not suit. We know Amorim's not going to change. He's not going to change to suit a Garnacho style. If Garnacho continues to struggle in a system that does not suit his attributes, then his value
every game.
He's not playing him every game.
He was on the bench. I'd agree with you.
He's playing him
because he's got other options. He hasn't got options. He doesn't have options in the team. That's why. Exactly. If he had an option that suited that profile more, he would play them ahead of Garnacho. He didn't want to play him for 3-4 weeks, and now he hasn't got up. Rashford's out of the team. He wants to play Ahmad in a different position. What are his options?
Who else can he play ahead of Garnacho?
Here's the thing.
Ange, we need specialists in this.
You're seeing 40. You're seeing the extra potential. What's the valuation gap? 10, 50 million, maybe more.
According to Strela, it's 30 million.
He wants 70 million euros.
I just want to know what the gap is because they've offered us 42 million.
Stop talking about euros. I said 65 million pounds. That's what I want. Straight cash.
65
That's
million
75
pounds.
million euros.
65 million pounds. Hold on.
Sterling pound.
65 million pounds. What do you think this guy
65
is?
million pounds. Cool. 65 million pounds.
That's the most ridiculous thing ever.
And they offered us what? 42 million pounds plus
42 million, yeah.
Plus bonuses of
About
maybe
60 million.
or something. Okay,
It's around 50 million euros.
So we say Australia wants an extra 10, 50 million. We say 50 million.
Yeah.
We say an extra
25
50 million. Okay. Now we need to rebuild our club. Let me just show you where I'm coming from. Right? We don't have the money. We have restrictions with PSR. If you want to go sign more players, selling Garnacho would give us a lot more wiggle room to go buy the players we need to rebuild our team.
Thank you.
We're not going to miss him. Okay. If it was a case of situation where we were going to miss him short term and long term, I'd be like, don't do it. He's doing something in the team right now. We should demand more money. But he's not even doing that. You get what I'm saying? He's not even performing at the level in our team right now that I'm like, man, if this guy's not in the team, is a problem. He's not even affecting our team now. People say, oh, this is the position. Even when Jonathan Hag was playing his favorite position, right? Maybe out wide, left wing. You can give whatever excuses you want to give you. He wasn't even that great. Let's be real. Well, he wasn't. It's frustrating to watch.
No,
now, do I think he can get better? Sure. I think he'll get better. How much? I don't know. Nobody here knows. At the end of the day, this is why you should include a sell-on clause. Hold on.
Yeah.
Include a sell-on clause.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna miss him.
Oh, that's include a sell-on clause. So if he does bang and you sell him on in the future.
Oh, Saeed, come on, man. That's
sad.
No.
We did.
Finished, man. I tried to back you, because of the whole, the background. We're finished, bro. Well, we're finished, man.
Honestly, guys, you're gonna have to report to your crime for this. You're gonna have to.
Right, so I'm trying to understand. I get why you want more money. I get why you want more money. You don't want Manchester United to be fleeced
Come on, man.
Anymore. I get that reasoning, but this is not the deal that's going to end or break us. That tagline.
Exactly.
It's not going to change. There's going to be more deals going on as we go on.
We'll get this chatting quickly. Big up to everyone locked in. Nearly 1.9k here. 12:30 at night. Make sure you don't.
Can we move on to Rashford as well?
Sorry,
Rashford.
Can we move on to Rashford soon?
Yeah, we are. We're after the super chat. We are. Big up to everyone, guys. Can we get to 1,000 likes, man? We deserve it. This debate has been sick. You lot in the chat, just hit the like button. 11. Yeah, big up to people. Let's get these likes up. Question for the panel: if the highest offer we get is 45 million pounds, would you take it? But he wouldn't take it. Staffy wouldn't take it. Coop Baller wouldn't take it. But I think I don't think my man Omar would take it. But I definitely would take it. Brian definitely would take it, and Anish definitely would take it.
Saeed, quickly, can we read the other super chat? In 2 years, if he goes for 45 million, do you think the other club he just bought him for 45 could sell him for 45?
I think there's a chance that
that's not my business
as well.
I would take 45 mil for Garnacho.
Yeah. Okay, then Omar would then. Yeah. So you think this value is going to increase more than?
It's not our business at that point.
Really quick, my issue is this: 45 million, you take it, that's no worries. But my thing is this: the way you're moving, is like, oh, if we say no now, we're not going to get that money ever again. My thing is, any club that buys him for that price, he's 20. So let's just say 3-4 years passes, he's 20 years old. There's no way he's going to depreciate from 45 mil to 2010 in 3 years or 2 years. Keeping him by an extra year or whatever in the summer is not going to kill your back. When you should be focusing on Rashford, Eriksen, Casemiro, Lindelof, the goalkeeper, Harry Maguire. Read the super chat. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Rashford at 20 was better than Rashford at 10 is better than Rashford at 27. Let's stop this age stuff.
That's not what we said, Adewale. That's not what we said. The likelihood of you regressing after 20, so when you go from 20 to 21, the likelihood of you regressing as a footballer is much, much, much more slimmer. There's a 1% chance you'll regress when you get 21, and there's a 99% chance you'll be better than what you were at 20. And that's what we're trying to say. It is so easy to say, hey, he's 20. He's going to get better. Give me more money for it. This is one of the few times that I don't argue with Estrella, yet no one else wants to agree with me. I'm so surprised.
There's so many players
always butt heads, yet we agree on this, and no one else.
They break through at 20 years old. They never really amount.
Trust me, and this is
better
crazy
than what they are.
Crazy.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
Let me run through these super chats, guys, before we move on to Rashford. Footballer Soccer, big up my guy, said, this is Garnacho potential. He ain't getting much better or reach Ronaldo levels. Miss me with the selling potential BS. We all have eyes to see. Facts. He don't even fit the system. Just selling, man says, I don't.
Bro, I saw Koulibaly go for 85 mil from Frankfurt to PSG, but these guys don't want me to ask for anything for over.
And his value decreased.
They want me to stay broke. I don't get it. I've
his
never
value
seen
decreased. Koulibaly's value decreased.
Yeah, but when it decreases, that's not your problem.
It decreased because it reached 85.
Yeah, but that's not your problem
for this
after that.
insane
That's not
price.
United's problem after that if it decreases. That's not our player anymore.
Once you cash in, once you cash in on crazy money.
Listen, you gotta respect Koulibaly's
what has he done? What has Koulibaly done to warrant that money?
He's better than Garnacho at that time, though. When he was at
no. I'm not comparing Koulibaly to Garnacho. That's not the comparison I'm having. They sold the talent for 85 million to PSG. Yet you guys don't want me to ask for over 50 million for my talent. I don't get why. Why? Koulibaly wasn't worth 85. So why can't I ask for money for the player that I have? What did he do when he was in
20? Saeed, stop giving them content. Stop giving them content. We're still on 644 likes, man. At least get 1,000. There's 2K people almost in here, man. Stop it, man. You're gonna be selfish. It's free likes. It's free likes, man. It's not letting anybody. Man, to get free content.
Listen, Saeed wants y'all to get fleeced. I'm just trying to make us great again, bro. That's all I'm doing.
How are we getting
Right?
fleeced?
Saeed never
Steffi, I hear your point, but one of the things that we have to consider, and I said this before, who is the buying club? If the buying club is PSG, then you can afford to ask for more. If the buying club is Napoli, then it's a different story. It matters a lot.
We can trying to buy your asset. At least. If it was
£42
million, I don't agree with the
I have no problem. I have no problem with
the
club asking for 60, 70 million. No, but you should be aggressive and ask for that much. I'm saying, what are you realistically going to get? It's closer to 50 than 65. That's what I guess that's my point. Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, to see the issue with Barcelona is having with Ansu Fati. Garnacho price is going to drop just like this. We need to sell him now, or we'll be stuck with him.
Ansu Fati had an ACL. What are we doing?
Ansu Fati came to Brighton and he was worse. What are we doing?
But it's the same premise, bro. He's trying to tell you.
He was not ACL.
No.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
He got an ACL that cooked his knee, and of course his value went down. That is not the same as us trying to sell this kid. So I'm just going to assume, oh, by the way, let's sell him before Garnacho gets an ACL. What kind of thinking process is that, bro? What is going on?
It's the same premise about talent.
You're stirring too much. You're giving them free content. I'm telling you, stop the stream until we get 1,000 likes, bro. One 700, just about 700. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes. This is free content for what? Get the likes up, man.
I love how Australia's heated and he's still thinking about the likes mid-rate.
Funny shit. I'm just telling you, hilarious.
Guys, let me get these super checkers. Honestly, we're not gonna go. We need to move on to Rashford. Big up to Adewale. Staffy in the summer. Ineos will be a starting 10th. Then Garnacho goals, his bench value drop. That's what. To be fair, that's what. Anne
I said sell him at the wallet. I never disagreed. I said sell him. I just said ask for more money. Do people forget that? Am I speaking a language that no one understands?
Well, United are already doing that though. They're actually doing what you're saying. They're asking for more money. That's
what I'm saying. Just ask for more. I'm trying to get more money. You guys just want to sell him. That's the difference.
Yeah.
But we all agreed on one thing, which is we would sell him.
Yeah, Yelix. Big up to Yelix, man. He says Nkunku is far worse than Garnacho. He rarely plays for Chelsea, plus he has too many injuries. Just Waffle says we don't need to sell Garnacho specifically. We just need money to comply with PSR FFP. Unfortunately, he's the only player in the market that's the market interest. And selling Garnacho less than Mount price is stupid. Listen, Mount was doing bits in the Champions League, though. You got to remember. Even though I don't agree with it.
What are we doing? Saeed, what are we doing? Are we going back 2 years? Are we going back 2 years? Because if I recall, the season we bought him was injured for the majority of it.
I agree with it. I'm just letting you know, Mount had at least back a Champions League run. he was
Yeah, but
involved in that
Chelsea didn't want Mount, Saeed.
No, I get it. I'm just letting you know, like, don't compare the
we
overpaid for Mount.
But it was 2 years after, though. That's what he's saying. It's not like
look at Chelsea. Look at Chelsea selling Havertz. Did Arsenal not overpay for Havertz?
Yeah, of course.
They overpaid. Real Madrid, Arsenal put that price.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid
overpay until it comes to us. We can't ask people to overpay. We gotta hear.
We can ask. Listen,
we gotta sit down, Estrella.
We can ask.
How dare you ask for more money, Estrella? You sit there, Estrella, and you never ask for more money. We can only take what people give us, but we can't ask for more.
You can ask, but recognize that many clubs don't have the wealth of Manchester United. The amount of clubs that can pay
used to scamming people
is very few.
You overpaid for Mount.
They're very few.
We worked in his ACL. His price has gone up. Stop making excuses.
Naughty boy.
That completely deters your argument about Ansu Fati. By the way, you lot in the month.
No, it doesn't. Because Ansu Fati couldn't recover from his ACL. You can look at Ansu Fati and say, "Hey, why did Ansu Fati devalue? Oh, he got an ACL and he never recovered his form. That makes sense. That's why they're stuck on this 280K.
The value of a player, the quality of a player, and the consistency of a player is what determines everything above.
And Ansu Fati couldn't perform at the same level no more.
Wait, Staffy, his point is refuted. If Ansu Fati is that type of player you're saying, you don't go from Barcelona to bloody Brighton. Mike, the clubs that are coming in for Garnacho are still Champions League clubs. What are we doing here?
Sorry,
you might do this comparison about Ansu Fati.
To be fair,
you might have saying this comparison with Garnacho. Yeah, if Ansu Fati is this such of a kid, yeah, since his injury, why was it only people that he could only get moved to Brighton? Why was there no other echelons?
We actually looked at Ansu Fati a few years ago.
We look at everyone. We looked at Wan-Bissaka.
Which is, I'm just saying, you can't use Manchester United's transfer business as a barometer of what other clubs should do because we've been stupid. You can't say, "Oh, Man United have overpaid for Mount, so other clubs should overpay for us to get Garnacho."
Let's move on. Let's move on to Rashford. Yeah, that's a player that we need to talk about. Yeah, there's a lot of talk here that Amorim is doing a lot, doing too much.
Can't wait to hear this from Ainge.
Journalists are talking, saying, "You know what? He's antagonized the situation. He's not helping the situation." Paul Scholes said he needs to leave. It's his fault. You know what I mean? Where do people sit? You know what I mean? I'll start with you, Elite Pundit, Brian. What do you think, man, right now? Is the situation going to turn toxic here if he doesn't go? Or does it leave in the January transfer window?
Well, yeah, it's going to get worse because you've seen Amorim. He's going to do it his way. I don't see a comeback for Rashford because he's not the first manager that's clocked Rashford's behavior. It's not the first one. Like, I don't understand why people are all surprised. Oh my God, Amorim doesn't want to play Rashford or he's not happy with the way he is off the pitch or anything like that. People underestimate how much power this guy has at our football club. Underestimate how much influence he has in our dressing room. There's a reason why Amorim is like, I can't let what he's doing slide. I just cannot. Because he's been here for how long? He's been here since Louis van Gaal. Van Gaal. So when you're in that dressing room that long, speak to anybody that's played football. You are like everybody's coming in and looking at you because you've been here the longest. He's the one that everybody's looking up to. All the young players coming through the academy, they're looking at Rashford. Even Ahmad to this day, Mainu, all these guys, they still look up to Rashford. And when Ronaldo came in, what did Ronaldo say? I don't agree with everything with the PS Morgan interview and everything, but he said there's a problem with the young players at our football club. Rashford is supposed to be our leader right now. He's 27 years old, he's entering his prime. He's supposed to be an example, but he is not. We've seen it. People want to act like, it didn't happen, but you saw him jogging on the pitch. That first FA Cup game against the City, moving out of challenges in an FA Cup final. Like, people want to act like all this stuff didn't happen. It happened. There's a reason why Amorim is not just, oh my God, that dude, I'm just going to, like, he's not doing it. Like, he's not doing it to anybody else. He's giving everybody a fair chance. Zexi, Højlund was playing. He's dropped him. Now Zexi is playing. Like, he's giving everybody a fair chance. So you should need to ask yourself, what has Rashford done? Because it's down to him. He should take personal responsibility. What have I done that is making this manager not pick me? So all this stuff that the media is saying, listen, the media is always going to make it messy. Screw the media. I really don't care what they have to say. Ineos need to make sure this guy is not in the team come February 1st, because that will be a problem. And I think he will go, but he shouldn't be in the team.
I don't think so. There's no clubs after him. There's no bids.
There's clubs after him, but the wages, man, the wages are so high. Like, Jesus, like, people don't understand that paying someone 350k a week is a madness. It's insane. Like, clubs don't do this. A lot of clubs, you only pay that kind of money to Mo Salahs. That's the kind of money you give Mo Salah. And look at how Liverpool are moving. They're not even sure if they want to give him the money. This is where we are.
And you have a different view, don't you? You're more kind of leaning towards maybe the manager could do better, or are you kind of where you in?
No, so last week, when you went on that tirade and said this is the worst Manchester United team in history, I didn't think that was good at all. Like, even he admitted it. But the thing is, I'm glad somebody's being honest about Rashford, because the Rashford fanboys. So what do they call them? The Rashfordites. These are the people that.
How what they call them?
The Rashfordites. They worship at the Rashford altar. They think he can do no wrong. He's just somebody
is the
trying
president
to
of that club.
Who is?
Griggs is the president of the.
Yeah, he is. I think. Yeah.
No, they're rabid. They're losing their mind right now on Twitter.
That boy love Rashford.
Crazy.
Yo, but to be fair, I don't think he said anything crazy though. To be honest with you, all he said is it was a general statement in terms of, if you're not performing in if you're not training how I want you to be, if you're not fitting the way how my team wants to be, I'm just gonna start the goalkeeping coach over you. As simple as that. So it's not like he sucks. He didn't come out and he nearly said he sucks or whatnot. But it's kind of getting out of hand now. I feel like
he gets asked about him every time, Omar. You
every
understand
week,
how
that's
annoying
what
it
I'm
is?
saying. But again, it's the same thing with Ten Hag and Ronaldo. You're gonna get it was the same thing with Ten Hag and Sancho. These are high caliber players in terms of media, that they're gonna always, it's clickbait for people to listen, like to talk. If it was Toby Collier, you really think they're gonna ask him about him every week? No, they don't really care, because obviously what's gonna be more marketable, what's more sellable to the audience. But in terms of that, I feel like these situations, I feel like it's both from club and thing. Like, yo, just go out there and talk, because this is clickbait. This is good for us. This is more propaganda, because shit like this should be nipped in the butt, back in the back. Like, yo, let's clean this up. Let's handle this. Finish this whole nonsense.
They're not speaking terms, Omar. They're not speaking terms right now. Apparently, they're not speaking terms.
And adding to that, so then this is context. And context is important, because what happened was what happened again?
I said, how we gonna speak about the biggest club in the world, and we're not gonna be on speaking terms? It's crazy to me, bro. This is child's play. It's child's play. Everybody's getting a nice little chunk of salary. Why are we not on speaking terms? You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
And the thing is, and that's the problem with offering somebody so much money and they're guaranteed. This is not like the NFL, where if you don't rock up to work, you don't get paid. You know, if you come out and do an interview. So the manager challenged him. He said, what happened was, and context is important. The Athletic reported on this. What happened is, before the Everton game, and the night before, he went out clubbing. Before the City game, 2 nights before, he went out clubbing. And while Amorim was walking through the door, he was in LA, he was out in New York. He was out in New York. So he's been partying and just not putting in the effort. And Amorim's like, I'm not having it anymore. You're talented. We need you. Obviously, we need him. You know, we don't have a lot of attacking players, but you need to meet these standards. And if you don't meet these standards, you're not going to play for him. So what did Rashford do? He said, I give up. And he did an interview with his friend, Henry Winter, 2 days later, saying, I need a new challenge.
Forget that, Ange. I think people forget that he said.
And that's not true. And do you know it's not true? Maybe I'm going to let you know a secret, yeah? Not even a secret. Saeed will know, because I used to live in Manchester as well, innit? Saeed will tell you the truth. You might not want to say it on stream, but bro, this has been happening. This whole partying crap, yeah? I don't want no one to talk crap. He's been outside for a long time. He has been outside. Saeed can say, like, you not want to say nothing for the stream, that's cool. But I know for a fact he's been outside in Manny.
What do you mean outside, Paddy? What do you mean outside?
I'm never robbing the bank.
Wait, let him finish. Let him finish. I want to hear him.
He's been outside partying. My thing is this,
yeah? Over here.
My thing is this, innit? Before Amorim came here, when Ten Hag was here, there was games when I saw Jesse Lingard at this club, Man City derby. These men are walking around. They're just walking around, bro.
Yeah, Shella the type of guy to tell your wife you was at the strip club with him. That's what it's
When it comes to my club, yeah, I'm not.
Don't go to the strip club with a Shella.
Do you know what it is with Rashford? Yeah, do you know what it is with Rashford? My thing is, I don't have no malice in my heart for him. My thing is this: he was giving too much too quick. But I came on Saeed's stream with Nuruddin in like 2020 or 2022 or something like that, and I said, bro, if you still have the video, thank God for the internet. If you give him this contract, this is a death sentence. You're going to make him feel like he's the man, and he's not. You man have built him up to be something that he's not, and partially that's the club's fault because you've taken a kid from hardship, you've given him too much too quick, and he's got this ideology in his head where his shit don't stink. He can do no wrong, and now when it's time to work, bro, it's not working anymore. The machine is not machining anymore. You need to step up, and you're not able to. So, bro, it's time to go. There's no reason for this propaganda to be like, oh, why is Rashford not doing this? Why is Rashford not in the team? Even when he's in the team, we're still losing. We're not scoring goals. We're not any better with him. So,
his attitude,
that's the truth.
On the pitch,
his attitude so much money. People don't understand. People don't understand that how much that affects a player. Like people don't. It's very few amount of people that can handle that kind of money. Very few amount of people. And Rashford has never really been that guy, unfortunately. But we're giving him all this money, 350K. It's mad. Like, why? Why? There was no need for it.
Talk. If he does stay here, like, and the questions keep getting asked here, yo, is he playing? Is he playing? What's going on? And he don't improve, like, bro, that is a very bad situation.
Said he's not going to come back.
The manager to be in.
He's not going to come back. It's over. Apparently, Amorim had the same situation.
Why is it guaranteed?
That's a good point. Hold on. He had this. I was going to give you the reason why. He had a similar situation apparently at Sporting with. Remember Mathys, the center back, the French center back that played. Mathys. I don't know how his name was spelled. You guys remember him? The French center back. He played with the MSN Barcelona. He basically had a fallout with. He had a fallout with
the big blonde hair.
There you go. The guy, the French.
He was a club favorite.
That's the one. Yeah, he fell out with him when he went to Sporting as well, and apparently he was the highest earner because obviously he was a big man from Barcelona. And he fell out with him, and he never brought him back to the team. There's a lot of people like when you read reports and you just go back and read some things that was said about Amorim. Amorim is one of them that's like the minute you just like he turns on you, it's over. You know, like he'll give everyone a chance, but the minute he turns on you, no matter what happens, and he actually said it. He said everything can change, but I will not change, and I respect that about him. And if anything, I'm not gonna lie to you. At the end of the day, I look at Ineos more on this because, like, clearly right now, and Brian said it perfectly. We cannot have this guy. So, not February 1st. Apparently, the window closes February 3rd. I didn't even know that, but February 3rd, he cannot be here
next month
because that will be the biggest nightmare. I'm telling you guys, because we're gonna be in a situation where you have someone collecting 350K who does not play for us, but yet he's at every game. He's not benched from training. Or do these little that by the way, that Instagram post that he made, there's such a sneaky diss from that because you don't have to post, oh, good win, boys. You could have just texted him in the group chat. There's a reason why he put that on Instagram because it was right after the manager quote unquote dissed him. We will live through this for 6 more months till the summer if Ineos don't get rid of him, and if he caves in and he brings him back. It's football. It's finished.
I think that's a great point. He brings it back. And Staffy, I think that's a great point. The other part is, and this is my view of Rashford, is if you said to him, you don't play football for the next 6 months, I don't think that's going to hurt him that much. I think he's fine with not playing football. I don't think he loves the game. Like,
I don't care about him.
But this is the problem. The reason
every time we don't win, people are going to say, "Why do we have guy?"
I get that. But the thing is, so what's happened is the reason Amorim made that comment is so he can push Rashford out. He doesn't want Rashford coming back.
Yes.
The reason he made that comment was that he wants Rashford because United are saying we're not paying $200,000 of your contract while you play for another club. That's why he didn't go to AC Milan and they chose Kyle Walker because Rashford wouldn't take a pay cut and United said we're not paying down the remaining 200,000 and AC Milan were going to pay 130 or whatever thousand.
He loves Manchester United,
and that's apparently, and that's a problem with going through Dortmund as well. Dortmund don't have.
Don't do that. Don't do that because I don't think anything's wrong with that. If when Harry Maguire was supposed to go to West Ham, he done the exact same thing.
He got so much pelters for that, though. He got dogs and peas for that.
I don't think he really did. I don't think he really did.
I'm not saying. I'm not even.
Stella got done the exact same thing. I don't. When it comes to contracts, I'm not doing that. It's their fault for giving him the contract. It's their fault for giving him the contract.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Stella. What I'm saying is that's what I'm just describing the situation. I'm not even making an opinion about it. I'm just describing the situation. One of the issues that we have is we don't want to pay his salary while he plays for another club. And if you tell Rashford, hey, you're going to spend 6 months not playing football, I don't think he loves football that much. I think he's fine just collecting his money and living his life. I think he's comfortable. So we have to be careful. We're not stuck with him for 6 months while we pay $300,000 of his salary.
We're doing it with Casemiro. And he's doing similar things.
That's bad though. No one wants Casemiro.
He might be going though.
Is he? There's no guarantee.
Roma
he rejected Roma because he wants to go to Saudi.
He wants to go to Saudi. That's what I saw.
Nassar playing some big wages for Duran or Boniface.
He's gonna take a big pay cut though.
No, Taliscus has gone to Fenerbahce, if I'm not mistaken. So they've got a space open, so he can go there for like 600.
And Neymar left, so they don't have to pay Neymar. So
is the Duran thing happening? By the way,
bro, it's serious, man. Them man bro. Al Nassr. I'll
be very disappointed if Duran goes to Saudi.
Bro,
very disappointed. That's crazy.
Bro, look at this, man. So basically, Al Nassr will decide on Wednesday whether to try the closer deal of Victor Boniface from Bayer Leverkusen or John Duran, Aston Villa. Verbal agreement for Boniface to Al Nassr not done, and Duran in the mix. To Darwin Núñez, other target, but LFC not selling. You know what I mean? It's mad, bro. Al Nassr are looking for what are
Al Hilal? What are Al Hilal?
Sorry?
Al Hilal.
No, they're not buying. They're not buying. It's Al Nassr. So Duran's gonna go probably today. You know, we badly need a striker. Are you an Al Nassr fan, bro? I don't know if you're an Al Nassr fan, but I think they got Ronaldo one day. That's what I'm saying. Ain't Ronaldo play up front?
Yeah, that's true.
Can I just ask you something? Yeah, with this whole Rashford thing. My thing is, again, I don't want to make it seem like I have some kind of hatred towards the guy because I appreciate what he has done in his tenure at United. But like I said, it's time to go, respectfully. My thing is this. I remember I've always come on your stream and I kept the same energy. I said same energy for the same players. What he's done or what he's doing, how is it any different from Sancho? How is it any different from Pogba? How is it different from Harry Maguire, Martial, all the abuse that they got? But there wants to be these Rashford brigaders. I don't know, maybe he's feeding your little brothers off and off the pitch. I don't know. Maybe that's why you want to protect him.
He's coming through the academy, man. United fans view people who come through the academy in a weird way, man. I don't know what it is. This whole academy stuff needs to actually just stop. The honest bit of it is this: the longer he remains at the club, we don't progress anywhere. That's 350k a week. You're bickering with the manager. At no other big club would this happen. You're earning 350k a week, yeah. Even for 1 second, just forget everything he's done off the pitch, yeah. You're earning 350k a week. Why are you not producing 350k a week of talent on the pitch?
Yeah, we know that.
We know he's not good enough. We know this.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah. But my thing is that do you believe by him not playing that clubs, like, there's a reason why there's clubs not actively, and it's wages as well. But I also think right now it's like, I don't know what like is. Do you reckon Rashford's camp are not agreeing to something? They're not helping the situation by maybe asking for more money. Maybe clubs are not willing to pay all of the wages.
I don't think so. I think they're waiting for Barcelona. I think my man's waiting for Barcelona, and I don't blame him. Do you know what it is? The situation is, I want to leave my club.
Really need it right now? It's
wait. Sorry, do you know what it is? I can't, like I said, accountability. I'm not going to be ignorant. They gave him a contract. The prerequisite of that contract is you pay me this money, regardless if this is what I've signed. It's his wages, yeah. If Barca have said that, there's an opportunity where you can come here, I'm going to obviously wait there. If you got teams like Borussia Dortmund and West Ham saying that they want you, allow it. If Barca are there, I'm going to wait for Barca. And that's what's going on. My thing is this: the club are allowing this to happen. I'm not going to say if Fergie was here. If Gil was here, this is not happening. There is no you're waiting. You're out the door, bro. You're out. And this is what I'm saying. I want to see strong management. It's no longer about Rashford and it's no longer about Amorim, because I'm tired of seeing interviews and talking. Train on the pitch. I'm tired of it. Yeah. You deal with this stuff. You're the one that said you're best in class. Go and deal with this. Stop hiding behind all of this crap and deal with the club. Deal with it properly. That's it.
I think we'll have to see, because I don't think anybody has put in an offer really to Man United yet. They're all talking to Rashford.
No verbal offer, no nothing.
There's no offer. There's nothing in the table where I'm like, Ineos have rejected
what are the
something.
options now, Brian? So AC Milan's off the table.
Dortmund, Barcelona are really the two.
They don't want anything more.
West Ham alone, the West Ham alone said that they're able to pay up, I think, like 200k.
Dortmund are keeping Adeyemi. They're going to be calm now. They're going to be saying, you know what, we're cool. You know, and right now, unless Figgy goes, what's his name, Ansu Fati, that we've been talking about, then he ain't going to Barcelona. They have to get rid of some wages. They've just literally. I think Christensen's injured. Is he now? I think
Jesus, man.
Has Christensen got injured, guys? Because that's one of the players that we're looking to sell. Let me find out now. Christensen, guys, let me know in the chat. Is Christensen injured?
It's not even Saudi clubs coming for Rashford. That's crazy.
Right, do you know what's crazy? We have a bag of men at our club, and no one's even trying to come in for them. Like this. I
have a conspiracy theory on that Saudi.
There you go. He got injured. That's one of the. They want to sell. They were looking to sell Christensen. He's now injured. They were looking to sell Eric Garcia. Then now the manager has basically done a U-turn and said, you know what? I'm looking to keep him. He's got value. Then Ansu Fati, he said last week, he said, yo, you know what? He wants to work hard. He wants to get back in the team. And he said,
don't forget the centre back as well, the Argentinian centre back as well. Arujo, he just signed a new contract. They were trying to get rid of him before.
So where's he going in Barcelona? Where?
And that's why I think Amran made the comments last week. He's trying to push him out hard, man.
He's trying to push him out.
He wants a replacement. He doesn't want a squad where he's not. That's why he made those comments last. It makes sense to me now. You know, I think it was part of us. He didn't just make it because he was emotional and he was just going on an outburst. I think he made it because it was calculated and he thought about it and he wants to push him out. But it's going to be hard, man, because there's not. And the thing is, the Saudis, they don't want to.
Sorry. I don't know why I agreed with you there, bro. He's Uruguayan. I don't know why he's
and the Saudis.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
The Saudis, they don't want somebody that drinks as much alcohol as Rashford in their team, in their clubs.
No, I don't think it's about that.
I don't think Saudi clubs are not touching United players at all.
Listen, you can still do something in Saudi, man. Saudi is not what people think. I mean, you have to respect the culture, but now Saudi is more westernized than here right now. You know what I mean? Like, especially the city part of Saudi. Obviously, there's other parts of Saudi where it's religious, but more the city side.
Why don't they want him?
There's still, there's still.
Do you think it's to do anything with the takeover? I feel like I swear down here. I feel like there's underlying issues here where they're trying to come back at us for us messing them around.
Yeah.
I swear, I'm telling you.
I absolutely. This is my own conspiracy theory. I actually agree because it makes no sense. Not even one player. We have a lot of dots they could buy. Like not one, not even an offer. No real offer from any Saudi club.
But that was Qatar. That wasn't Saudi, was it?
No. Saudi wanted us. I think 2, 3, 4 before they went to Newcastle.
Neymar replacement, man. Neymar's left Al Hilal. Why don't Neymar?
It makes sense. Rashford is a big name. We're talking about name.
You don't want to go. He thinks better than that, bro. He thinks better than that.
Wait. You're saying you're better than that, yeah? But reality's got to slap you in the face. It's like when you go out to a club, obviously you don't drink, but if man are drinking and you step out, when that cold hair hits you and you wake up and you go back in, then when you go back on your table, you're starting to see what's around here. You need to wake up and smell coffee. What you're gonna go home with, bro?
Yeah. Estrella, Rashford has too many. What's it called? There's no one telling him the truth about himself in his clique.
Yeah.
No one is telling him the truth. He has too many people who are telling him he believes whatever he is, and his agent as well. So nobody's being realistic with him. He's in an echo chamber, which makes it so much worse. So I don't know, man. All the yes men around him, I don't think anybody is going to tell him the reality that this is your career. 27 years old.
27.
You might be getting.
I can't believe this, Brian. I can't. He's 27 and you've only had 2 good seasons in 10 years. Come on, even you should know yourself. You should know yourself, bro. Even when you was Brian, right now, if you was to move to a Beyonce right now and she had it, deep down you would know. Oh, something's fishy here. I might have to be looking for one of these or something. You would know. Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah. This is 2025. No one's delusional like this. Come on.
I'm telling you, dude, money changes. Money, man. He does some weird things to people,
Money,
bro.
man, money. Yeah,
Money does some weird things to people, bro. They are eating off that 350K back from Rashford right now. Not just him, his agent, his family. Everybody's eating off him right now.
I don't think it's Rashford. I think it's the club. Do you know what it is? I think the club can't get the fee what they want for him.
We let Anthony go without we didn't ask for a loan fee.
You keep focusing on the club, bro. I don't think it's the club. The club didn't give him the contract. You know, Ineos didn't give him the contract, didn't it? So they're looking to find a solution.
We'll pay a good chunk for it, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's the club because we've not gotten any offer.
We haven't, yeah.
So we
the people have offered to pay. So I think Brian not offered to buy him, but people have offered to pay, say, $130,000 of his wages, and United are like, just think about it, paying $200,000 of week every week.
We would know because look at it.
So AC Milan were willing to take him. AC Milan were willing to take him, but they didn't want to pay.
They keep Kyle Walker. That's the thing. And now
that's because Rashford wouldn't take a pay cut, so they moved on to Kyle Walker.
And AC Milan were willing to take him, but as soon as he heard Barca were sniffing around, he said, "Forget all of that, bro." He said, "Forget all of that." Do you know what I'm thinking of? I have a conspiracy theory in my head. You know, I can call me waffle or whatever. Yeah, it's like this guy's been painted to be the face of the club, the starlight boy from the youth academy. Now he's the face. Yeah, I feel like they're in a weird position where they've given him a big contract. They can't get a sizable fee for him, and it's like there is no next player to fill that void. And like you said, we're underneath a rebrand or a change at the club. So I don't know if they're just saying maybe they're trying to force it, like they force other managers to just work with it. Amorim has made it start clear. Amorim's made it start clear and said, "I'm not working with my man." And now they're stuck in a position where they have to make a decision. Either let my man go, or you're gonna have to eventually get rid of Amorim. Because if this guy comes back in the squad, I can't get behind this manager. Pause. I cannot back him.
I don't think he's going to bring him back. He's made it very clear.
No, I agree. It will be a significant win for Rashford. I can't lie to you.
With all the L's, Amorim must stick him. He didn't bring him back then. He's not going to do it now, man.
No. That I could agree. I wouldn't say I'll be Amorim out. What you're doing, maybe Estrella or Cala.
No. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying I'm Amorim out. I'm saying if he allows Rashford to come back in after everything, I don't have the same faith I have in the manager again. Like when he says things, I won't believe it with conviction. I'll just be like, all right, then cool. It is what, isn't it?
Yeah. But we need to bring in someone though. That's the key thing. If we can bring in at least one attacker, like just one.
If we don't, Do you think that's a good window, or do you think it's just a reality? We don't bring
anybody.
I think it's reality.
That'd be bad.
At this point, if we get rid of if we obviously get we've got Dorgu now, and we get rid of Rashford at this point right now, I would say that's a good
Garnacho.
If we get 60 minutes for Garnacho, calm, say nothing. But this is why I don't want to get rid of Garnacho.
You have to bring someone in.
This is why I don't want to get rid of Garnacho. If you get rid of Garnacho, Rashford's not going nowhere. I'm telling you that now for free. I'm telling you that now.
That's why then, isn't it? You know, now I realize why he's not willing to sell Garnacho, you know, because he doesn't want Rashford to stay.
This guy.
This is it now, guys. We've literally caught him in 4K. He doesn't want to sell Garnacho because he realizes Rashford is going to still be here and that is going to burn him. It's not that he likes Garnacho. It's not that he rates him. It's not that he wants him to stay. It's just because he knows it's Rashford. Is it?
I care about my club. I care about my club.
Is it a colour thing? Is it? What is it? What is it? Let me get this super chat before you wrap up, man. That is crazy, man. Adiwala says Garnacho will be at Las Palmas in a year. You'll be see it. Wing Doe says, how does slagging Rashford sell him? Amorim L. Okay, different opinion. We're bad at business. We want to sell Rashford, but manager and channels only talk how shy he is. Rating 6-0 staff over him is to the press. And Yash says Estrella is spoiling the quality stream. We love you, Estrella, but not the Wi-Fi. Now we're gonna sort that out, man. Estrella, you need to sort out the Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? We're gonna get
fiber, man. Community fiber, you man are killing me. Community fiber, you man are killing me.
Saeed,
what's the speed?
Does Nadu still send in super chats or not?
120.
No. Nedu. I don't know. Nedu's probably
living his life.
He used to spend a lot of money on this show, bro.
Yeah,
he used to spend a lot of money. Estella cost you a lot of money, I must say. Estella cost you a lot
No, he's cool. He's living his life.
Man.
He's cool,
Yeah,
man.
he's still about, man. Shout out to Nedry, man.
Yes, sweet.
Big up to Nedry.
I can't lie. That Saeed, shout out that Adewale. He's been active throughout this whole stream though. For 2 hours,
no. Shout out to Adewale. Shout out to everybody. Window, like I said, different opinions.
Thanks for your contribution, Kazi.
Yeah, everyone's contribution, whether you send super chats or not, or comment, like I said, there's 3 ways to support the channel. We're nearly at 1,000. We're on 880. Hopefully, we can get that for the video. The comments are killing me, but yeah, get 1,000 likes on the end of the video. And you know what? It's been a good debate, man. And Brian, love for coming on, man.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. At least now I'll say is, listen, Man United this season has been trash. If you guys want to talk about something else, I run a TikTok page, Professor Fragrance, for fragrance content. I know a lot of young guys now, they love that stuff. So if you guys want to chat about that, hit me up on TikTok.
I got some fragrance,
man. Let me see what you get. What you get? Oh, okay.
Oh,
hey.
I got some Sundance.
Man's got the Eid.
Where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that from?
I mean, I got a little present in it, you know what I'm saying?
He got it from the Arndale.
All those nobody say.
That man stopped him.
It's from Central, man. It's Golden Dust.
Bro, they have that in White. They have that in Whitechapel as well. What are you talking about? I've seen that in Whitechapel before.
Brother, I don't go Whitechapel, man. So this is
nice packaging, Kaz. Nice packaging.
It's Golden Dust.
It looks good. It looks good.
You know what I mean?
Right, why do you free promotion?
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, mashallah.
Listen,
man.
fragrance companies, man, they don't pay like that, bro.
Got a little one. You know when you come out the shower and that, you know, you just whack that on, bit there, nice. You know what I mean? This one is a banger.
No, that's cool.
I like.
That's cool.
Yeah, there you go. There's all his fragrance. So yeah, man.
That's all my fragrance.
You know what I mean?
Over 100. No. So
you know what I mean? I got a couple, man. I got a couple lying around. You know what I'm saying to you?
Oh,
There's one
damn,
more.
look at Brian. Yes.
There's one here as well. This one's called Latafa.
Okay.
Oud. You know what I mean? So
Yalla.
We you know what I'm saying, bro? We're working. We're working.
Hey.
You know,
Is that Somali perfume?
you know, nah, it's like Arab musk, innit? Arab, you know.
This is
He's trying to reach you, man. Someone's saying banana and rice scent.
Nah,
that boy fragrance.
That's a violation. Yeah, what's that one, Brian?
It's Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton, yeah.
Yeah.
Ombre nomad. That's that.
Ombre nomad.
Yeah, man.
So we know what we're talking about here, man. There's enough. So
yeah,
hit me up on TikTok, man. That's what
Is that where we find you on TikTok? What?
Yeah, Professor Fragrance.
Yeah. Professor Fragrance, beautiful.
Big up make sure you go check it out. Big up to Ange as well. Love for coming on, bro.
Thanks for having me on, boys. Good spirited debate again, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah, absolutely. And big up Australia, man.
Big up, man. Big up. Hey, Ebro Star, that's the first sensible thing you've said all night, man. I can't lie. Aventus Creed. Aventus Creed is a strong one still.
Strong one, yeah. Big up to you, man.
That's good. That's a good one, yeah.
Like I said, people, good show. We're going to redirect to man like Staffy. He's going live, people. So make sure you go over to Staffy's channel. You raid his chat. Just right, Staffy. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. What's the American word, man? You know what I mean? Dog.
Let's just say banana ras oud. Banana ras oud is the word.
I mean, yeah, call him a dweeb. Yeah, just write in dweeb. Call him a dweeb, man. Say Staffy dweeb in the chat, man. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Man, them talk and a video with Eunice as well, man. It's gonna be a lit show tomorrow, man.
Peace, guys, man.
See you, boys. Take care.
Take care.
Big up the community, man.